This is for my boys at Ventura Type.
Smoking all that weed with Mr. JJ.
Yeah, homie drops this fucking bomb.
Let's do it.
Dig it deep inside the smoke.
Welcome to the motherfucking Ventura Type Bar, ladies and gentlemen. We got Gigi, Mr. Randall, and Chris.
Yeah. I thought it was Craig. Is Gigi?
Gigi.
We all
Craig
want
too?
Yeah, Craig and Gigi.
Craig and Gigi. Yeah, we got OG Stoner Chris, the original.
Oh.
The original.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, we looking good.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
That's right.
Very handsome gentleman over here.
That's right.
All right. So, we're going to start the show officially in a second.
Okay.
If anybody wants to call in, I'm now turning the ringer on. The phone number is 805-323-6224. We're taking questions. Gigi knows a little bit of something about how to grow weed. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look out around Ventura, there's a lot of plants growing here. So you have to be pretty much retarded if you don't know how to grow stuff around here. But growing weed, there's ways where you can get better weed if you know what the fuck you're doing. So that's why we're here. We got Chris. He's what's your expertise?
I am an entomologist.
Entomologist.
So
Yeah. So
I used to provide good bugs for the bad bugs on a lot of cannabis farms because they couldn't use a lot of pesticides.
So U.S. government to the world is like Chris to bugs. You like send bugs out to kill other bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yes.
Okay, cool.
That's right.
All right. And we have Gigi here. He's he's got a lot of experience growing cannabis, right?
Yeah, we're going to share a little bit of that wisdom tonight, on this panel here. Platform, really get people started on their grow this season.
Yeah. Stop growing that cartel weed, everybody. Don't buy it. Don't support the cartel unless if you're in the cartel. I don't mean any disrespect to you by any means, and come in peace. But I'm just saying it's cheaper to grow your own,
Yeah,
and it's organic, no pesticides.
right. You know what you're putting in it.
I've seen people. I've seen these fucking hippie people. They're smoking weed. They buy it at the dispensary, and then they go to the grocery store, and they're like, I only buy organic. And I'm like, but you don't give a shit about what you burn and actually inhale into your lungs. You don't care if that's organic. Interesting, Well, do you see the hypocrisy in that?
Absolutely. Even never really wanted to see legalization happen, and it really, it's good because people can really go get something. You got to find the dispensary that works for you. The ones that are watching out for the pesticides and the other chemicals that are bad for us.
Yeah, just getting your mic set. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you put it under?
We good?
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think that, there's good dispensaries that are really watching out for our health. And there's the cannabis homegrown.
Yeah.
And I really think we should lean towards that more for teaching people how to grow. No matter what age you are, no matter who you are, be able to understand how to grow. I think that leads into growing other things.
Yeah. And our food. Our food, too, because, Chris, tell us some reasons why you'd want to grow your own food. As somebody who visits the farms on a regular basis.
Oh, the farms are a dark place. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like that, but there's a lot of cheating. No, farms are good places. There's a lot of people growing good food around here, but when it comes to nationwide level and all that kind of stuff, if something says organic at the grocery store, it might not always be grown 100% organic. Things fall through the cracks. organic certifiers really can't look at certain bugs and know, oh, that died from this conventional pesticide in comparison to, oh, it died from this organic pesticide. And you can tell, but it just takes a lot of looking at stuff. And
That's right.
it's hard to get someone out in the field that can do that. You need someone with a keen eye that can actually catch people cheating. And cheating is widespread, rampant. And it only gets worse with foreign products.
What's the worst shit you've ever seen on the farm?
My farms are perfect. All of my clients are perfect. But what I have heard of was someone who was claiming, I think they were growing lemons with an illegal pesticide. And anytime the inspector would go up to these big trucks, they would always line the outside with non-contaminated fruit, but then they keep the contaminated fruit that they use this particular material to grow on the inside. So with the same inspector, and they weren't caught until that one inspector that only checked the outer perimeter retired. They only caught him in the act of utilizing this material.
You think that inspector was paid off? No, he's just,
no, it could have just been a pattern.
dum-dum?
He could have been paid off. I mean, don't get me wrong. 2 years ago, a USDA agent was, I believe, their life was threatened at the border because of avocados.
That's a big cartel crop nowadays. Right?
Yeah.
Avocados. Yeah.
Or it has been. It's not.
Yeah.
It didn't become one. I mean, if you got the land, if you got the way to say like, hey, you got to pay the miser if you want to grow. Luckily, I don't have to deal with anyone in the state of California. That's very obviously like, hey, you got to pay the miser, and it's like, nope, this is not Sinaloa.
That's right.
GG. First of all, GG is an appropriate name, right, Junior? Because the
Yeah.
best weed that I ever grew
Was GG.
GG, the Gorilla Glue of
that's
2019.
Yeah.
Dude, me and Junior
Loved it.
fucking killed that shit
Hell yeah.
all summer long.
Oh yeah.
And
That's all we would smoke it.
I've
and
never
it was
achieved that
fucking
level
bomb.
of growing since 2019. I've had some off years
It
since
was
then.
fucking
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, there's some good techniques that we can use that are very simple to get the kind of spiritual high that we're looking for, a healing,
Yes.
where the plant is actually vibrating. You can just feel it as you're growing it. You become one with the plant at a certain point when you really get into this here. I feel like I am the plant after 50 years of cultivating and understanding her and him and
Genders.
loving to get more genders involved in growing. It's been very male dominated.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And we want feminine energy to come in. We're dealing with a feminine plant. She's a female. We love the males. We need seeds. We can clone all we want, but it's nice to have those seeds also. So some genetics is
There's
nice
the
to
first
work on.
caller. Thank you for calling the.
Hi, you're on the Ventura Tide Pod. Welcome to the show.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you the most beautiful noise in the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was pretty good.
Thank
you for your input.
Yeah, we love that. Ultimately, the plant is something that's shielding our lives, even when we don't know it. The cannabis vibration is by far just unfathomable to measure it even.
It's your favorite plant?
Absolutely. Well, I love all kinds of plants. If you see my garden,
Mhm.
I can show you pictures. I have every kind of plant there is possible.
We should have got pictures of your garden to show on the show.
Oh, let me
Would
tell
it?
you. You see this bloom I got going now? It's
Uh-huh.
just unbelievable.
Yeah. What do you got? What are you growing right now?
I don't even know all the names. I'm actually, I have about 11-acre park that I'm taking care of at this point.
Oh my God, 11 acres.
And I'm identifying every plant in that
Yeah.
park, all the trees, making labels for them, pathways, stones. So it's pretty exciting.
Wait, is that so? That's like you're like a farmer then. 11 acres is a farm, correct?
Well, I kind of inherited this as I started taking care of my aunt and uncle.
Okay.
They're in their 89 and 90, and they need a little bit of assistance once in a while. So across from their house is this wonderful colony park.
Mhm.
I so happen to inherit the responsibility of making it beautiful, leaving something there, creating kind of a meditating area. At first, I dreamed of it being with cannabis. Then I met all the elders that have been there 50 years and felt all their vibes. You know, you can just go in, you know people worked on it before you.
Yeah.
And you want to show respect, right? So it's channeling to me what they want. It's not what I want. At first, it was like, oh, this is mine to do. So, no, it's not. I'm just caretaking it, bringing love and regenerating something that people have dreams in.
I mean, that's all what we're all doing because we're all gonna like die. So it's like we're just doing shit on the land while we're here.
That's right.
You know,
but we need this. We need the soil. There is no more soil. Where's soil? Do you know where there is soil? It doesn't. It's here already. It's not making new.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
You make soil out of what's already there. You don't just have.
Right.
You can have dirt, but dirt can become soil. Soil doesn't come out of the air.
And what about reusing soil? People grow indoors and they just throw their soil out.
Oh yeah, the root.
You're the caller.
How's it going today?
hello.
All right, how
Hi,
are
you're
you?
on the show. Thank you for calling. Thank you for watching.
Say your name and where you
Yeah, I
calling
appreciate
from.
that very much. Yeah. I'm calling from Canada. I guess. Pretty.
Yeah.
Canada.
Welcome.
Canada.
Canada. That's
Yeah.
good.
Do you know how? Ring that bell. Ring that bell.
Oh, Canada.
Ring that bell.
Yeah.
There you
Ring
go.
the bell, guys. You guys got a. You guys got a bell on there.
You're on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So what do you guys?
We got Canada on board.
Yeah.
All right,
How many bells
Canada.
you got? All right, man. Smoking that weed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Do you guys?
thanks.
Do you? As a Canadian, do you grow cannabis up there? 'Cause that's kind of the theme of
Oh,
the
I
show.
got all the cannabis.
Yeah. Do you
Oh.
buy it or do you grow it
Oh,
yourself?
I buy it. I smoke it. I grow it. I fucking eat it.
Well, Gigi here's he's been growing for about 30 years. Do you have any questions about growing that you want to know?
Oh man, I'm an expert myself. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've been growing for about 9,999.
Welcome.
Wow, you're pretty fucking old. Hey,
So
do
you're
you,
the OG then.
96.
which way do you put the seed in? Do you put it upside down or right side up or sideways?
Sideways usually.
Sideways, me too. But so I'm glad you said that because I'm a sideways guy too.
Yeah,
I hit it sideways. Gigi was
right,
explaining
guys,
before the show started.
I go for
Yeah.
the point end up.
Pointy end up.
And let it come down with
Let it
its
slide on.
root, and then flip off the seed shell. Flip off the husk. It seems I found that it kind
Yeah,
of
the
works
good old
better
husk.
for me.
How do you soak it in
Oh.
water and then it makes the husk easier to flip off?
Well, there's several ways you can do it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You can soak them. You can scratch it before you soak them with a little bit of
It does.
sandpaper.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys have a good night.
Hey, thanks for watching and
Thanks for calling.
have a
All right,
wonderful evening.
thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you guys too. All right. Later.
Yeah, I think
Smoke weed every day.
I'm not sure on food production, but most of the seeds I grow are cannabis. And so I'm constantly, they last forever. I've got 20-year-old seeds, still good.
No way.
That's
Yeah.
one of the things with
Yeah.
the weeds out in the farms. Like
20-year-olds.
the seed bank never goes away. You just have to outcrowd it. That's how you do your
Right.
cover crop stuff. It's like eventually it'll go away, but you gotta crowd it out because you will always have that yellow mustard seed bank, all the invasive, the bladderwort, bladdervine, morning glory. Morning glories are the worst.
Are they? Why?
Yeah, they just spread. There's no way. When you cut them in half, they're kind of like a hydra. They just kind of keep going. Well, they're not necessarily going from nodes, but once they start spreading, they're just hard to figure out where to get them out. And then once they like make
that
a
plant.
mat,
I love that plant. There's a lot of properties that haven't been explored that are in that plant, and people don't know it. Most people just think, hey, it's a pretty purple little thing over there. Pretty purple is white, right? That's about the color. Yeah,
I thought you were referring to that
white,
drawing of
white and
the
purple.
the wiener up there, the purple one.
I saw that when I came in. I go,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, there's the wiener.
Yeah, that's from wonderful art by Corey from Princess Pills. Thank you.
Thank you.
She drew.
Oh,
She drew
yeah,
a purple
it's
wiener.
Nice
Yeah.
wiener. Lisa looks better than most people draw. It's- plants are so interesting. I find a lot of my artwork is stimulated by flowers. Mm-hmm. It used to be just the cannabis plant.
Like those Georgia O'Keeffe flowers, that are maybe a vagina.
I'll show you a picture of one.
Yeah, let's see it. And then Junior, that's okay. Gigi brought us some gifts this show. I was wondering if we could show because this is part of your business, right? Let's.
All right, so my business is called Hemp Bean.
Hemp bean.
Bean, like a bean, human bean, hemp bean.
Yeah.
Hemp bean.
And so people go camping, they go skiing. I go hemping. When I'm making these things, this is, you'll always see this is my tradition.
I used to make these
This
all
loop.
the time, man. Yeah.
This one here, this is the podcast colors here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. So I'm gonna hold it up to the camera so everybody can see it.
They're keychains, luggage. Identify your luggage when it's coming out of the airport. Oh yeah, there's my hemp, on there.
This is a tight weave too. This is not like how I used to do with my bracelets. This is a tight weave. It has a little carabiner on it.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
And we're gonna make $1 million of those things.
That's
easily.
right.
How are you gonna make so many
Man.
without child labor?
Lots of beautiful people who are getting paid correctly, and lots of love.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're working out of their own homes.
Oh, yeah?
Fucking awesome,
I'm
man.
gonna teach them how to do this here.
You
Very
hired?
simple.
What do you
Oh, I would love to get stoned and just do these all day.
Oh, what
yeah,
a job.
right.
That was a
That's so much fun. Oh, I gotta tell you, there's no end to the therapy that you get out of this.
Hang
No.
it right here.
And the people who put these things or appreciate them, they have vibrations. I build love and energy into these things when I'm making them.
Oh shit! I thought you had.
Junior's not showing the proper love to this, so I'm gonna hold on to it.
Here's Junior. Junior, this is yours.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry,
It's
man.
yours.
This is yours, Junior.
Oh, Junior,
I gotta
Junior's
get
has
used to having a microphone
hold
in
yours
front
up.
of me.
Huh?
I gotta get used to having a microphone in front of me.
You can grab
Yeah.
it if you want. So Junior got what looks like anal beads with his. Yeah, that's
That
very
was
lucky.
good.
Very lucky.
Randall, you're thinking
Dude.
quick.
He's always thinking.
Hey,
What's your name with Randall?
I mean, I see an opportunity for anal beads. I'm on it. You know?
that's right, Junior.
How you gonna put him in there?
We got in the chat. We got Dicium. The Lucian says you mix dirt with compost, peat, etc. to make soil. Oh, he's giving us the recipe of soil.
Right? Oh,
Yeah.
we love recipes.
You know what
Yeah.
else you could do is
Yeah, thank
take
you
a
very
shit,
much.
dig a hole and take a shit in there. That'll turn into compost as well. You know?
Why people get rid of their soil in between grows?
Right, that's what I was wanting
It's
to
the
bring up.
pests. It's the fungus gnats. The fungus gnats can eventually cause issues with new sprouting plants, and especially for like new roots coming out, and the root aphid,
Right.
which is apparently if you're using artificial stuff like the rock wool, you can never get root aphid out of there. You got to just start over, throw in the towel, and try to make it not spread.
That's the biggest thing.
So how deep are they
know.
getting rid of this soil?
Usually it's just for pot. You're talking just for pots, right? Because I haven't seen people like dig out an entire garden
No,
bed.
just pots.
Yeah.
Pots where a whole grow will just dump it all into a bin.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, they know what's in it. They're seeing it. The master grower is always knowing what's going on with each crop, with the soil, with the biology of everything.
Yeah.
Let's tell people like where to start. So like because
Yeah.
we got a lot of stoners watching the show. I would say probably 90% of them don't grow weed; they buy weed, and part of being free is financial freedom too. So we gotta save some money for you fellas. Everything
That's right.
grows so easily in this town. This is some of the most fertile land. There's farms everywhere for a reason.
Another call.
Yeah. So where do you start? Hey, what's up, caller? You're on the Tide Pod.
Sorry about getting some good.
I got a question.
1,000 cereals.
I got good questions. Where to
collect
start?
cereals. It took me 9 cereals to collect the cereals. Yum, yum, cereals. Good. Congratulations.
Gotta go.
Okay,
yeah.
I have questions about where to start with soil and all that.
Yeah.
So even before getting the seed, getting all the stuff together, like what's your opinion for between raised beds, growing in just pots, or what medium do you think is best?
Well, that depends on how much you're really going to grow. If I was growing several plants, I'd like to put them in raised beds or right in the ground. It's been worked on so that the underground internet can connect, whereas pots, they're not connecting. In theory, we can build soil, we can build the microbes in it where they're communicating with each other what they need, whether it's less nitrogen, more nitrogen. We could stay more away from fertilizers as we get to know that soil and what that plant needs, what strain needs what climate are we in, where did that seed come from, right? It's genetics. Some like more dry, more wet. You got the eras where you've got,
Like Jaeger up in Oregon.
wet.
Jaeger, yeah, everyone grew that one
What are you
variety
talking about?
because it's a variety of weed where it grows well in moist climates. So up in Oregon and that whole area, every farm I went to, it's like, oh yeah, most of it.
It tolerates the wetness, the moisture, the mildew, the powdery mildew. Some strains will just take that. A lot of people who don't have that experience can't even see it before it's already taken over. It's then your plant is being drained of its energy, mites or mildew.
Yeah.
Or like you say in the soil, if we got those boogers in the soil.
Oh, there's tons of pests now.
Yeah.
There's a whole plethora.
It might have gotten worse.
There's hemp russet mite, hemp aphid, beet curly top virus, hops laden virus, fungus gnats, shrimp rice, shrimp skewers.
It's Bubba Gump over here.
He's like everything.
Yeah.
We
So-
got everything.
There's the
Smoke weed.
basic elements that I like to work with is using what I call a sentient mind. Not the brain or the ego part, but the sentient mind to connect with this plant on its level. It's a very intelligent plant.
Yeah. Do you so when you say that there's like an underground internet or underground network, are you saying that like you have a cannabis plant over here that needs nitrogen, and then you'll have another plant over here that's non-related, but it'll like send some nitrogen?
If it's not grown in pots and it's grown in beds, this is my own theory. I've studied it. It works.
Yeah.
Once you create the soil, it'll actually go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Soil, it's live and it's like going up and it's like it's dripping out of the plant and it's got everything, every molecule possible in there. It's possible to do that organically without fertilizers. It knows when to cut back its nitrogen and go into pre-flower. It knows how to get more potassium. You also got to know how to build that soil. And that's very simple. I mean, you can get this bag of this and the bag of this, put it together and get your micronutrients, all that, inoculants in there, and boom, you're going.
What do you think of Fox Farm?
Honest truth, if you guys,
I don't know what that is.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I keep
okay.
naming stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Good question.
soil product, Fox Farm, which a lot of people that are growing, it's like usually the most advertised bag of soil that you see at your garden store with like
Got
it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Fox Farm, I've used Fox Farm ever since they developed this. My son and I lived up in Humboldt County. This is where these boys started in the garage and collected flowers from all of the gardens around there. Started making Fox Farm. Got their logo, got branded. Everybody was using Fox Farm. Now we have a variety of really intense.
Mm-hmm.
But for the simple person, and I don't know how much the government owns Fox Farm now. Hey, I like that look.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
For the simple person,
Yeah.
Fox Farms can make it real easy. I don't know what you think, but you could pop a seed in Fox Farm and not have to put any nutrients in there for quite a while.
I've seen a lot of good results with Fox Farm. My only thing is I've seen a lot of fungus gnat in their bags.
Interesting.
No, see,
But
somebody like you would know that. Most people don't.
Well, because usually you'll see them coming out and it looks like a little mosquito. It's not a mosquito. It's a fungus gnat. And at low level, and I'm not knocking them, honestly, to an extent, seeing a fungus gnat is like, yeah, no, it's still living matter. There's things feeding off organic matter in there.
Right.
Because one of the issues with buying soil is it can sit in like the Home Depot parking lot for 3 months, 2 months, and it's going to say on the bag, living microbes. It has microbes in it. Do you think there's still microbes in it? It's sat in a plastic bag in 100 degrees
It's microwaving in there.
for 3 months.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing alive in there. It's all rotted material.
It's the simplest thing. If you see the Fox Farm bag, you know somebody's dialed in, they tuned in. Gardening stores now carry it. But what was the other one? The green one that's
Miracle Grow.
oh god, that's
Junior used that,
don't
dude.
start with that. I
Hey,
swear.
I was gonna ask about
Junior
that.
used
What do you
Miracle Grow.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask about Miracle
He grew a
Grow.
fucking tree with that Miracle Grow.
You sure will.
It was
Yes,
amazing.
sir.
Yeah.
It's in front of my yard. It was a big ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Why haven't you been able to replicate that though?
What do you mean?
It's like you grew a tree and then you stopped.
Oh, because I don't know where else to grow it at.
All right.
I want to grow it.
So
Could've been the
so that's
master.
good. You said that. That leads us to the first step.
There we
You
go.
got to find out where you're gonna grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is not legal advice, but it's fucking legal to grow. Okay, so you don't have to start. You don't have to worry about it. And because of dispensaries, you don't have to worry about people stealing your plants like you used to.
very good. Right?
So
yeah.
so if you want to grow in your front yard, guess what? We've tried it.
Yep.
We've done it.
I have.
The police have walked by with nugs hitting them in the head. They don't even give a shit. They don't give a shit here in Ventura. It's legal. So cross that off your list. What, you have small kids? So do I. They help water it. We call it Grammy's medicine.
That's right.
Yeah. So what else?
right.
What other reasons why would you not pick a spot that's visible? Oh, your neighbor is looking down upon you.
It's a tomato plant.
If you're nice to
People
them,
just take
yeah.
your
If you are
stuff.
nice to them, they do not care.
Yeah.
So be nice.
Yeah, I'd say it's all about balance.
Yeah. What about the other logistics? So sunlight. Which way do you want your shit facing? I don't know. Those kind of things. Yeah. How much sun? Like how they say it needs at least 9 hours of sunlight or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'd say 8 your minimum. But I've seen things grow in a lot less light than that. You do the best with what you got.
Yeah.
But it's
But we want some
preferably
good
I'm
nugs.
always looking for sun up and sun down.
We want some good nugs.
I mean,
So you wanted to see the sun.
I'm
Yeah.
real picky about that. I want to get a spot that's got but most people don't have that kind of a spot.
If you don't have a spot, you can grow indoors. All you need is a door. You can, and then they got these cheap grow tents now that you can get
Great.
for under $100 and an
Great.
LED light.
Oh
You
yeah,
can do
it's
it.
cheap. Your bill doesn't hardly
Yeah.
go up at all.
Hardly at all.
Yeah.
Can we talk about larfiness in home grows?
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Like good subject.
Sure.
Yeah.
Define larfiness.
Okay, so when we say larvae, we're talking about like sour diesel's larvae. That's one like you can grow a shit ton and it's just light and
Yes.
airy. So
Yeah, not
you're
tight, not heavy.
You can't compress it. You can't do anything. It's larvae. And I noticed with a lot of people where it's like, this is my home grow, but it's just like very larvae, very spread out, and it's very hard for the home grower to get the density that you're seeing in
Yeah.
a dispensary or from your
Really,
local
that's the
guy.
challenge. Is you see that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
You see that good tight bud, and you hey, I want to grow some of that. It takes quite a long time before you get a dispensary product. There's so many finishers that are being used to tighten that bud up that we don't have access to. The typical grower is limited to what some things that can be done in a large grow that's producing and producing and producing.
Well, where does pinching come in for bud density?
Well,
You're talking about super cropping? Or?
Like when you
exactly right snapping.
So I'll kind of explain because like
go ahead.
super cropping is when you're about to. I don't know when you do it. That's a great question. But basically, you break the branch a little bit, and it causes the plant to send more nutrients to repair it. And if your bud's about to grow, it's going to make your weed better and the branch you broke. It's kind of like getting strong in the broken places, right?
Yeah. That's
so
right.
Would you call it? I call it super cropping, but
I call it pinching because I know a lot of people just pinch the branch, cause like a little bit of damage there, and it creates another spot where buds start.
Yeah, I love actually training the plant. You can really train them. You can train them horizontally.
Oh yeah.
You can pull them all down with like lines to pull them down, then all the buds start going up like this.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's a boom mic, dude. But I mean, if you're growing indoors, that's key because they'll grow right into your light and get burnt. So yeah, you do have to spread them horizontally as much as possible. But like outdoor, what are your thoughts on outdoor? Because I don't really train my outdoor plants. I just let them go wild. But
I'm constantly right from the beginning. I'm hitting them as soon as they get right up the third or fourth note. I'm pinching. Comes up, I'm pinching. I'm training that plant, and I'm going to cage it. And it's gonna have a 4-foot diameter cage. Okay, and then the limbs are all going to be tied onto that one, to that cage all the way around. It's just going to keep blowing up like this.
Why do you cage it just to get more of a bigger, thicker canopy?
Yeah. Your stalks get like this big in the center like that. The arms coming out you're like, oh, that's my baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're getting
the buds are like
on the Instagram
it's so
tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to see that again.
That's a cola right there.
I can't wait
Randall, I just moved here from Colorado. I was in 10 years outdoor growing there and some indoor stuff there, some automated things. But the weather was so extreme. So coming from California to go to where you get an early frost, you get snow, it's like, they're not done yet. I planted some haze, Haze will go real late in the season. It's perfect for here because so far we haven't even had a little pinch of rain. But in Colorado, man, October, that's it. You're done. The freeze comes. If you're still growing, you're going to be putting plastic all over everything.
Croptober.
Yep, Croptober.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the best time to get your plants in the ground? Let's say from seed. When do you start getting your seeds into the? Well, how do you sprout your seeds? Let's start there. And when do you do it? I usually start around like February, March.
I start all my seeds here within the next couple of weeks.
Okay, so it's go time, guys.
Yep.
Get your seeds.
Get them going.
Let's go.
Get them going. Keep them warm. Get a little mat, a warming mat to go underneath if you're using some 4-inch pots. Got to put a towel over that, not right directly on the mat.
Put them on. If you don't have a warming mat, put them on top of your computer.
Right, anywhere, somewhere where you can get a little warmth, that seed will start going more. Warm that soil up. But starting now, if you want to get ahead of the game, most of us are like, June's here already.
Yeah, that was me last year. Yeah.
Oh, the other thing.
Oh, shit. I forgot what happened. Yeah.
When there's saplings, be aware to keep consistent watering because when you start a plant off and sometimes you just space out for a day or two and then they get a little bit sad and you're like, I brought them back. If you're starting from seed, sometimes that variation in watering could force the plant to go male because it always takes more energy to be female. So if it's almost dying, it's like, nope, I'm just going to produce pollen.
It's like stress to the plant. Right?
Yeah. Stress to the plant could cause it. I don't know. I read that study a long while ago, and I don't have the source memorized.
If you are growing a male plant, it's easy to see how to tell. You just look it up on the internet, pictures of male plant. Do your neighbors a favor and remove that plant.
Yeah. Look for the balls.
This guy this guy's growing 2 mils in his front yard. He's fucking up the whole
All right,
neighborhood.
Junior.
Yeah, I don't even
That
know,
was
man.
good, Junior.
Yeah,
I've been there.
but that's it. That's okay. You know, that's how you learn.
Yeah, you
right?
have one of those seasons where you got all seeds. You thought everything would be good. But like you that one little one you missed in an indoor grow room.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Okay, and the reason why, ladies and
One
gentlemen,
little Paul is a million seeds.
a male plant does not create a weed you can smoke. It's only the female plants. And then if the female, it's basically what you're doing is you're denying your female weed plant of sex.
Yeah.
And because because it wants to have sex so bad with a male plant, it starts creating weed.
Yeah, I love it.
So basically,
more
we're
flowers,
smoking
yeah.
like we're basically smoking like
Blue balls.
blue ball pussy lips.
Blue lip.
Hey!
That's right.
That's why
Get
it's
those
so
little
good.
pistols, man. Love to
so-
see them shrivel back. They shrivel back in the pods, all like it's standing. Like, yeah, that's Ventura pod strain.
When do you get them outside then? If you're growing outdoors, I'm assuming.
I'm going for June 1st most of the time because
Okay, good.
it's cold usually where I was at. But here in California, you can put those things out in May. I don't see any issues. You'll probably see me out the later part of April.
So where they growing in the meantime? They're just in your indoors, like a house
Wherever I
plant?
could just kind of keep it going. My living circumstances have changed drastically where I don't have acres and grow rooms and equipment anymore. I basically dedicate my life to take care of my aunt and uncle till something happens, so they can have their quality of their life. But in the meantime, my auntie, everybody should know, but my auntie loves the cannabis.
Oh, okay.
She loves. She wants me to cook some. She loves the smell. I have no issues of smoking.
Should have brought her on the
butter to put it on toast.
yeah.
She had an early on experience where she did some edibles and ended up in the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you think it was like a paranoia thing, or because she actually was having like a?
I think it was dosage. It was like you got to do those edibles in milligrams.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have overdosed on an edible. It's
Okay,
can
so
be
you
pretty-
know.
Yeah.
I tried.
Here's
I know
here's
this guy. Yeah.
Here's my 80-year-old
3
auntie
days.
overdosing on edibles. Like
Yeah, you can't die from it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the first thing that.
How do you overdose on edibles?
well,
I meant like I ate so much I had a bad experience.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't do much edibles because of that reason. But I like to juice the fresh cannabis. This is something people haven't experienced very much. Where you get a masticating juicer, and you pick your leaves as they're coming off. They're not buds or anything. They're just leaves, and you juice that. It's like wheatgrass. Its structure is so similar.
If
Dude, I've been-
someone's very
throwing
sensitive
those
to weed, they will feel a little bit high because I was making these at work because I had a big cannabis plant out in the back.
All right.
And I was taking the leaves off all the time and making
Right,
these
Chris.
Smoke
smoothies
weed every day.
That's
in
right.
the morning.
Get up and do it.
My manager would always be like, "Oh, this will make you high." I'm like, "No, it's the leaves. It's like spinach." And then I gave one to my coworker, and halfway through the day, she looks at me, and she's like, "I feel funny."
Yeah.
We got manager guy in the chat. He says it's good to get seeds, then go pheno hunting. I don't know. I know that's probably a term that you two gentlemen would understand. I don't know what pheno hunting is.
Phenotype.
Yeah, we're all trying for the best strain, the best seeds, the best, somebody who could really develop that.
We're all searching for that 2019 GG. That's right, Jay.
Come on, man. It's just beautiful when any seed comes up. Female or male, when you first see that, it's like, damn, it's like, you're growing. You're growing. You really feel it.
Yeah.
The green, you feel it.
I grow like sunflowers. I grow like as much vegetables as I can out here. I only
nice,
grow
Randall.
food,
Nice.
but there's nothing like when you have your cannabis plant popping.
Yeah.
When it's popping, that's like one of the best feelings. It's
Right.
like surfing
How
in slow
about,
motion. you know?
Rubbing the stem a little bit here, like, getting it tightened up a little bit. And,
You jerk it off?
a little bit.
Jerk it.
That looks like that's about the action.
It's a female plant. It's a female plant.
Yeah,
ladies.
I should have went like this.
That's what I should have done.
I like it when I'm like reaching in, like doing
yeah,
doing
right.
stuff, and then it's like you smell your arms. this is the
I like just spinning it all out and training it and pulling on it and giving it a little bit of like exercising type of love, you know. And like,
you could be a little rough with it.
Yeah,
you know,
talk to it.
Yeah, it's not a delicate plant.
Yeah. They like it.
Make
you know, the
love
old days,
to it.
there's a lot of techniques of putting nails in and splitting the stalk at the very bottom and giving it a little bit of a stress. I've hammered a lot of nails, galvanized nails inside, and I don't know if I could tell the difference, but it was fun to do.
I want to try
when you
that
have
weed.
enough cannabis. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I want to try that weed.
Yeah.
Have enough cannabis growing, you can really experiment. Whereas those few that we grow or trying to grow this year, they're so precious. We're so careful with them. You know, it's like they can take a little bit of tweaking and trimming and snapping, and
you can fuck it up. I like knocked the whole plant down. I think I fell on it. And, it just repaired itself and started coming up sideways. You know?
All right, Junior, it's your turn.
Yeah, Junior, you got a question? Because Junior thinks he has it all solved because he grew a tree 5 years ago. But
no, all I did is mix, and then the seed, I just put it like, not too deep, not too, and I just seen the plant growing, water it all the time. Put it in different spots of the sun.
Yeah,
growing
that's good.
And everything. I would always hide it from my dad. I always have to hide it.
That's
from my
not
dad.
true. Your dad.
No, before.
Oh, okay.
Before, yeah.
He
That's
was
right.
good. Before he
You
was
broke
good
him
to
in,
it
huh?
and everything, I was like, man, bro, I was always have to hiding it from him because one time I was playing video games. And all you see is this plant coming at your window. And then I was like, no. To tell the truth, I don't care about the game. I didn't care. I threw the control, ran outside, tried to save it again. Put it in the pot that I had it, save it, and then I told my dad, don't touch it, please. Please don't touch it. I'll do anything, but don't touch it. And ever since then, ever since I started doing that, he was like, okay, cool. So I have to get him to do stuff, so I won't do nothing to his plants. So every time I would do something for him, he wouldn't do nothing to my plants. So I started growing more. So one time I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to put one in the front, see if it grows. I just threw it in there.
Yeah.
And he was watering
I think it takes real courage because it's been scary. There's been a lot of problems over the 50 years of growing, of still doing it no matter what. Everywhere I went, I did it. Every land I had, even if I lost it, I still did it. And I got another piece in another land, still did it. I've been to jail many times for growing this plant. And it's an honor to have that experience.
It's kind of weird because it's like, even like younger people, like they're just smoking weed out on Main Street in front of the police. And it's just like, it's just crazy how the culture's changed so quick. I'm like in between. You're like, I was never worried about going to jail for it, but I'm also not smoking in front of cops. I'm like in between. I'm more like go in the back alley to smoke a joint or something. But,
somebody that can't see you.
And I wouldn't grow it in the front yard. I'll grow it in the backyard. But yeah.
Well, living in
like this
Colorado, I
It's
had
like
to
me.
weigh
We have rights. That's why I did it because I was like, hey, if they have a problem with it, they'll come and tell me, and I'll be like, okay. I thought we had good terminology that everybody said that they're not illegal.
This is not legal advice.
So
We have to say that or else YouTube kicks us off.
That's right.
This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. This is not advice. This is not, what's the other one? Fuck. I can't remember. This is not financial advice.
This is not medical advice.
It's not medical advice, yeah.
either.
We're not advising
It is
you.
some fucking growing advice, though, everybody. Gigi's had, over 30 years, you said?
I got over 50 years.
Over 50 years?
Wow.
Man, so you've probably learned, so me, I'm like, I think 22 years maybe.
Congratulations.
But
that's wonderful.
the one thing I've learned after growing that many years is it does, like, nothing you really do matters as much as you thought it did.
That's right.
It's like you just got to
can make
the
it simple, and listen,
Yeah.
I've gotten so complicated on everything to drive people nuts.
They got all these YouTube channels that are like getting into the scientific complexities of the soil and the mixture of the fertilizer and what it does, and it's like you could do that, but I don't think that for me that takes the fun out of it. It's like I have to go back
Well,
to
if you
school
have to
now.
work it too hard, you know, it's like I've built so many grow rooms and flooded so many grow rooms, and you got electric bills that are just unbelievable trying to keep it all going. Didn't even need all that. In the bottom end, just a few simple plants, and that's fun.
I knew a guy that grew a whole crop at Lucy Lights.
Oh my God!
I did not witness the crop. I think I smoked some of that crop. But
Tell everyone what Lucy lights are.
Lucy Lights are the little camping lights, like the solar power lights
good,
that you put in your tent. And there was a bunch of like freaking wooks. So of course wooks have a Lucy light on them, and that's what they used in the greenhouse.
That's
Because they were
fucking
like, well,
hilarious.
it's either lose everything or do it this way. So we'll see what happens.
We do what we can to save that girl, you know, to have something to smoke, you know, in October, November. You know, and getting back to that, guys, I think there's several ways to start the seed, you know, to get it.
Yeah, we got some diagrams you have there.
To get it going on. This is my view of seed being up.
I'll hold it up to the camera for you. So tell everybody what we're looking at here.
You know, this is the cannabis seed where the flat part is down and the pointed end up, meaning that you can the taproot will come out and go down. If you flip it, the taproot will come down and back up. You're losing 6-7 days. So this is I have a catalog that I've tracked it, and I have this is my method.
So you have the taproot going up to the sky when you plant it.
I have the point going to the sky.
The point. Okay.
Taproot will come up and go down.
Got it.
Then on the next illustration, it'll
I've been
show
doing
you.
it wrong.
This is what will happen.
Oh, I see what's going on now.
It's still coming out. It's coming out of the point. Here you can.
Got you. So this is where you lose the days.
Yes, and it's making an S instead of half of an S.
Right there.
Yeah.
So
So
sideways, it'll do something different. Sideways, we can grow cannabis horizontally. You can just come 3 inches out of the ground and start
Point
having
in,
it go this
down.
way.
That's right.
okay.
So
So that's a good starting point.
I'm thinking like I start my seeds by soaking them first.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people will scratch it with a little piece of sandpaper. Soak it. When you start to see it, just get that little tail come out. That's when I'll go into a napkin. Wet napkin, both sides, and a little baggie.
Same here.
And I'll get a tail coming out about 3/4, 3/8 to 3/8 to a half. I'm going to be now putting that in with the tail down. 5 millimeters under the soil, I'm going to put that.
Do you mix the seed with hydrogen peroxide or anything like that?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
But all my seeds, I know where they're coming from. I don't need that. But do you do that?
I've tried it once. It was like an experiment. You know, I every year I experiment. I do half one way, half another way.
good.
So yeah, I tried. I didn't really see the
That's
difference. Yeah.
When I first started getting into indoor grows, and I would go to these grow conventions, and they'd have all kinds of lighting, and they would offer you this and that. But we did side by sides for a while, to see the same plant under different lighting. And this is before LED. LEDs were just coming out. We didn't trust LEDs. We had all
I was
the
an early
highlights,
adopter.
you know,
But
running.
I just have to. Yum Yum Breakfast Burrito says this dude has oxygen tank and you guys are smoking, like implying we're rude. This guy's smoking too. We asked him before the show.
Yep.
He has oxygen and he's smoking. That's crazy, by the way.
Yep.
You don't see that every day.
That's respect.
That's
right.
right. Probably medical.
That's
Medical is
right.
going to get all over me for that, right?
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say we ran it by him first. We're
You don't
not
wanna-
assholes.
You don't want to. I don't want to be lighting the joint up right here, but once it's lit, everything's good right down to the end.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
No worries. No worries. This is good. See if I brought. I didn't bring what I wanted to bring.
Got a bunch of
So
stuff
let's
here.
talk about that seed. Once we get that seed, people like to just put them right in soil. So you can go ahead and do that. You can figure out what's the point. You want to put it sideways, whatever. I prefer to get the point up, 1/4 inch down. I just take a little pencil, you know,
Send
number
it down.
2 pencil, yellow, with the eraser, and push down the soil in the middle of a 4-inch pot. I start out in 4-inch pots, and once that starts popping up and I start getting leaves, I'm going to get into the transplanting right away. I just go in small ones and work my way up, and work my way up, and work my way up to larger pots. Or if I'm going to go outside, I'm going to acclimate the plants for 7 days. If they're going to go from indoor to outdoor, I'm going to each day pick them out and bring them in. Take them out, give them more sunlight until they can actually stay outside.
That's where I've fucked up many times. I just go straight.
Too early.
Yeah.
Well, in Ventura, I don't think you have much of an issue with that. The weather is here just really kind. I lived in the San Fernando Valley and grew for a long time in the valley. But Ventura is a whole new environment for me.
My theory is that Ventura would have been like Humboldt County, because Humboldt County has that legendary weed, but people just didn't grow here, you know, because they were afraid of the police.
Can we talk about the year that Camarillo grew acres and acres and acres of CBD weed?
Let's hear.
And it CBD is
5 years ago. Was that 5 years ago?
It was like
Yeah.
It was during coronavirus.
No, it was right before and after, right?
Yeah.
Because I was at my girlfriend's mom's school that she teaches at, and we were talking about it. She's like, "Yeah, I wish that like it would be great if they could just grow here, but also like everywhere smells like weed right now." Yeah. And I'm sitting.
Let's breathe that all the time.
Well, I mean, Carpinteria has the same thing. It's just there's 2 weed greenhouses right next to the high school. Everyone knows about it. They have their name on the front of the freaking building.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is
that crazy for you to see it? You know, somebody who had to do renegade growing, like to see it on the side of the freeway, like gonna advertise.
Oh, I've been there, man, so many times. I got so many spots off the freeway I've used.
I used to do that freeway sprinkler weed.
It's
No.
Yeah, you hope nobody comes along and finds it, but you know.
That's when you have an excess of seeds. You can experiment like that.
Yeah. Johnny Appleseed.
Dude, you know they got those people in juvenile hall like picking up trash on the side of the freeway. You know if they see it, they're gonna be like making mental note.
Yeah.
Well,
but you can't smoke it.
No, with the CBD,
you can't.
No,
smoke
you can
it.
smoke it, but the problem was this was the dumbass thing that happened around Ventura County, but like a good amount of people got arrested for stealing plants, just ripping them out of the ground on the farm, put them in the back of the pickup truck, and they're like, "We got weed," and they took it home and tried smoking it. It's like you need to dry that and cure it. It's still weed, like it's just it's weed with no THC or 0.03%.
That is my cousin said that his mouth went numb with that shit.
Dumbass.
Like, what
quality dumbass.
Junior, you didn't school your cousin?
I was like, that's your stupid ass. He's like, hey, look, I got a lot of weed. And then he opens the box. And I'm like, where the fuck did you get that from? And he goes, from the farm.
That's right.
They got a lot. I was like, and then you smoking it? He goes, yeah. But my mouth goes numb, bro. Like, fucking, that's CBD, bro. That's not no fucking weed.
Yeah, but how about before we never even knew about CBDs, you know? Like, we never thought about that.
Like, they used to call it the Shaw weed. That's what we used to call it, the Shaw weed. It was like, it wasn't, because like if you had no money, you'd buy like a sack like this big of, we call it Shaw weed, and it wasn't the buds, it was just all the leaves.
Never heard that one.
If you smoke it, everyone would be like, you get super fucked up for like less than 2 minutes. Yeah.
Well, like,
but it was really probably oxygen.
High stick with just with just leaves.
It's like, it's like that.
It was like $2 for a bag, like this big though. So you'd like,
you got a leaf kebab and call
it's like that mouse. What is it? The homegrown. They would give you would give them $30. They would give you a whole fucking ounce for $3.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Like, what the
I went to Hawaii and we couldn't take anything on the plane. My wife and I, we had a beautiful condo there on the beach. But we really wanted to smoke some weed, and it's like we didn't have any. It's like, go down there, trying to score some weed. And I finally found this guy who had some, and he says, "Oh, check this out." And they had taken the big leaves and wrapped them all up, made them look like they were buds. They weren't dry or anything, but it's like, okay, dude, I'll take some of your weed, but you could unwrap it all, and it just became a leaf.
Oh, no.
He didn't get no high from that or nothing. It's like, oh no, 7 days in Hawaii, like couldn't smoke. Couldn't find any real smoke.
Breakfast Burrito says we're gonna blow up if we smoke near an oxygen tank.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're blown up. We're in the afterlife.
Yeah, not in the good way.
Feels like heaven.
Yeah, not in the good way. Okay, you know what? You're right. Thank you you probably saved our life.
Yes, that's
real.
right.
For
Thank
real.
you very much.
Thank you.
We
Good point.
appreciate any kind of.
Yeah, because we're sitting in a box of tinder.
That's right. We could blow up any minute.
Yeah, that maybe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, even like foreign countries might be sending bombs this way too.
I know.
You know, anything
Right
to blow
now.
us up.
One of those weaponized aerial.
Those fucking drones.
Yeah.
Those fucking drones.
Yeah, drone attack.
Yeah, everybody.
Hey,
I was just in New Jersey.
Everybody
It's
thinks
what
they're
everyone.
aliens coming up with those drones.
Thank you, Yum Yum Breakfast Burrito, for the heads up. Thank you. I didn't even think about
Appreciate
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
okay, so we got
The one way to be careful if you're on oxygen tank is don't light the joint. Smoke all the bongs you want. Smoke the joint after it's lit, but don't light the thing up here like this. Here, you're going. I've tested it out. It does happen. Oxygen. Okay.
You blew up. You caught it like a
Yeah,
fire
I had
thing.
it blow up and blow my whole nose up.
Oh shit!
It happens,
wow.
but what it is the plastic and the oxygen and the flame. They all sort of like, let's bond together.
Did you have to go to the hospital for that?
No, it was just a bunch of Q-tips and some Vaseline and
Yeah, just a little singe.
yeah, it's no big deal.
That's right.
Yeah, you'd be stupid sometimes, you know. It's like,
Hey, 55 years of experience, you're gonna have a couple errors here and there. You know?
that's right,
those
Junior.
things. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you.
No, but
Breakfast
it's
Burrito.
something
Yeah.
that some people should be cautious because they don't know.
I didn't know.
It doesn't say flammable on oxygen tanks.
It doesn't.
They don't tell you.
No, it's not flammable.
I smell a
They don't-
lawsuit.
they don't
This
want
is not
you.
legal advice.
Not medical advice.
It's not medical advice.
Right.
You got to make your own choice.
Okay, so we got the seeds in the little pots. You've got them over time. You've migrated them to be outside now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're ready to start the season where you can start training the plant, or just
What about
let it
what
go.
about the people that don't know how to get seeds? What would you tell them? Is there any reputable people out there that are
This is some,
distributing?
this is a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough to get seeds unless you want to pay a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Oh, I think all of my options cost a lot of money. Because they're Humboldt C Code. They were a good company. I've seen a lot of good things come out of there.
Neptune Seeds was one for a little while.
Yeah.
I know of people that have had experience, but it's like $300 for 4 seeds.
Damn.
I think
Yeah.
honestly, one of the best things you can do is have a year where you just grow a seed plant and then separate all those seeds and just keep
Yes.
growing them and see what happens. And if you're like, man, I really like this strain. This is my strain. Like I love this. Don't buy seed. Get a cutting. Get a cutting.
right.
Wait, where's the camera? Get a cutting.
Well, you can
Clone it.
Get.
Clone Guy has
Yeah,
some
yeah.
pretty authentic, real deal clones.
Don't try grow from seed. That's 50% not
Do you-
the weed that you want.
Have you noticed a difference? Because I believe I have growing a plant from seed versus a cutting. No.
No, not really. I mean,
So, yeah,
you would
'cause
have
I-
to have some real experience to tell the difference there.
I always
you,
thought it
you,
was-
you can speed up the whole process if you got a cutting.
Mhm.
Once that thing's really you've cut out the whole time of this seed trying to have life and be nourished and grow. But I like growing from seed.
Well, why do you like?
having the seed all the time? It's just insurance. You may not be able to
Yeah.
get those cuttings, but
Yeah,
yeah, I can have 50 seeds in a little 1,000 seeds in this little bottle right here, and I know they're going to last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm still sprouting some of my old ones.
No way.
I have old school indica.
Oh yeah. What are some of your favorites that you've grown over the years? Like, if I don't know,
I like
maybe they don't even have a name.
Afghani was really exciting. It's just so fuzzy and alive, and it's foreign almost to here.
Mm-hmm.
The Afghani, the real Afghani, the resin on that's
about
really
train wreck?
wonderful.
Do you have
Train wreck? I love that train wreck.
Train wreck,
smell.
yeah.
Yeah, Humboldt I hung on Humboldt for a long time.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of Humboldt weed. And
Pineapple Express.
that's right.
Humboldt has some good weed.
Yeah, you get the banana buds that aren't larvae; they're tight. You get a bud that's like this long and that big around. You're like, yeah.
The outdoor scene was great up there.
Absolutely.
Like 2018, I feel like it lost a lot of steam when Flow kind of shut down sometime during the pandemic, which was a big cannabis collective up there of outdoor growers, and they were trying to make sun-grown California a big thing. They were trying to make an Appalachian on sour diesel for Humboldt County.
Well, the sour diesel in Humboldt.
Sonoma.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a buzz.
Yeah. Those are good times. I don't know how the outdoor industry's doing anymore though, because I feel like it all went to greenhouses sometime during the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, we've also got all these chemtrails that just really just load
Concentrates,
everything up.
And they go to garages too.
You know, I like the water, wash the plants down regularly.
Yeah.
As they're growing outside to kind of, if I can, I'll put some plastic up just to kind of, you know how they grow these flowers around here alongside the freeway, and they've got all these hoop gardens going, and you can't even see through them anymore. There's so much dirt and so much crap on them.
I started doing the hoop garden, like the covering, because
Hoop houses.
I made a little makeshift hoop house because the here in the 805, the big thing is the caterpillars or the butterflies.
Oh, you get those bad.
Yeah, that's like the big thing we get.
Oh wait, what on what? Because there's. Did you mention bugs? Were you vague about bugs? Because we can get very specific about bugs.
Well, what's the number one?
go.
What's
It's
the
my
number
brand.
number one 805 predator to cannabis? Would you say, Chris?
Oh God. What was that? Probably looper and the colas, which is pretty much actually that.
I'm gonna look up what looper is because I don't know what you're talking about. But keep going.
Looper is a moth. It's the moth that will land on the cola, and you'll see its eggs, like little round things, and then they'll burrow in, and you can't tell that they've been eating on the inside of that flower until you like flick it, squeeze it, do something, and then it just falls apart, and it has botrytis mold all throughout the cola.
Yeah, here's a looper.
That's it. You're right.
And they blend in.
These are the worst, man. You get those. It's too far when you finally see it at that point.
Fuck these guys. Yeah, they blend in so good with your plant. Like it's amazing. I've had one right in front of my nose and not even notice.
Yeah,
until it moved.
I really don't
so
like
good.
feeling anything. Ants.
I throw them in my.
bugs.
Just throw them over the fence.
Well, I have a solution for you. There's a way to create life by killing that life. There is a tiny egg parasite wasp called trichogramma, and you hang it on the plant, and then it'll infect the egg, so the egg never becomes a larva, which never burrows into your flower. You cut it off at the right life stage, right at the egg stage.
That's biological control there. That's really cool.
Yeah, it takes timing, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's a bit expensive, but if you can if you're dialing in and doing a lot of plants, like it's worth getting to know that kind of timing and planning and all that.
Any type of natural spray that you've found that takes care of the loopers?
Well, not really. It's because you need to cut it off at the egg stage, and yeah, there's stuff that works. Like Pyganic will work. Dipel, which I believe is for moth. It's Bacillus thuringiensis BT, and it's specific to Lepidopteran. So your moth caterpillars, things like that, and it'll work on the first and second instar of the caterpillar. So if you're seeing big caterpillars, don't bother spraying it because you're not actually hitting the right life cycle.
Right.
So that's another thing. You have to monitor
It does
it.
nothing. It just
Manager guy said,
phase it.
talk more about bugs.
Talk about more bugs.
Talk more about
Mites
bugs.
are a big issue indoors.
Yeah.
Huge issue. And sometimes outdoors you can really get some pretty heavy mite situation going on if you're not on top of it from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to fight off the bugs? Because you don't like using pesticides, right?
It's like Dr. Bronner's for me.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Bronner's, and I spray a lot of that. Hemp, Dr. Bronner's.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of other things in there that seem to keep me under control for
Dr. Bronner's. I have used that.
Caesars. Season after season, I've had good luck with that. Washing them down, shaking them.
You wash them down with water, or you
water? Water. I have a way of restructuring water. Mm-hmm. So that the water that's going on there may look like the same water everybody's got coming out of the hose, but I have a little technique for my reservoirs. It's a very simple technique. I write love, happiness, joy on my reservoirs, on my glasses that I drink out of. This is a technique that this Dr. Masaru Emoto taught me, not personally, but through working with him over the internet, of how we can restructure water, even water that's not good, lakes and pollutions and oceans. It's a really great technique, but it comes from understanding love. The plants want love. They want for us to be kind and gentle and appreciate them. So the water I give them is basically restructured water. I can get RO water anytime. I suggest anybody who wants to get a good start, try some RO water. My theory on that is that it's almost zeroed out. The metals are out of it. Mm-hmm. RO water tested about 2 or 3, and now you can see what your fertilizer is, how much you're really going to put in. But I can also do that naturally through the HODO, a technique. It's called HODO, and restructuring the water, communicating with that plant. So it's really on its own once I get my system.
What's HODO?
HODO is a certain amount of power where you can transform food or water, environmental situations, understanding how to use our minds metaphysically to transform, because in the future we're not going to be able to go to get all this health help. So HODO is creating our own energy to maintain this being. Right. So I give HODO to the plants. Let's just say we're eating a bunch of junk food. Who doesn't eat a bunch of? That food can nourish us along with depleting us. So with this in mind, the concept in mind of how we talk to ourselves is what Dr. Emoto came up to, is that how do we treat ourselves? Our body is 70% water. Water has memory. We can transform our own blood to heal ourselves through understanding the HODO. So how I get it for my plants is in my own self. I write on my glasses. I put hearts, love, happiness. He's tested it. This is fact. There's receipts on this. At first, nobody believed him. He brought all these crystals out where he put these words on 3 glasses of water in a classroom, and happiness, hate, and joy. He takes a petri dish, puts a little petri dish, freezes it, puts it under a microscope, and it makes a crystal. The hate, these are all the same water. Hate, love, joy, happiness. The crystals will come out in the one with hate, all the structures, all muted and brown.
How did he make it? He just wrote the word hate?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
These fucking plants.
We'll go
really
down this road. I'm hoping maybe we'll do a series for people to keep using these techniques.
Yeah, manager dude said that's why we pray over our food and drink. This guy's speaking straight facts. Yeah. Thank you. That's the GG.
Receipt.
Yeah.
We got receipts.
He also said rosemary.
Who's going to go out and buy all these fertilizers? Who's going to go? You're going to go buy health food all the time?
Like farmers,
Farming's going to, right, Chris? Farming's going to start. People aren't going to be able to work the fields like they used to.
Is that because of
grab him by the pussy? Grab him by the pussy? Grab him by the pussy?
That guy?
Are we gonna have food?
That guy.
That guy.
There's
that guy.
a lot of people aren't going to work.
Right.
A lot of people just ain't going, and a lot of fields still need to be harvested. There might. I'm not predicting a celery shortage, but my dudes on the East Coast, if you're like, wow, why is there no celery here? It might be because we're not harvesting it right now. I mean, it is being harvested, but also I'm just saying, like, during COVID, I saw a lot of that stuff just get tilled right back in because people couldn't show up to work and we're having the same situation, but it's artificially created because you don't need to be like, let's deport everyone. And it's like, that's kind of, don't bite the hand that's like currently fucking feeding you because no one else wants that job.
Deport everyone except for farm workers.
Who's going to go out there and pick those strawberries and that celery?
They're saying that white people are going to do it.
Oh.
Black people are going to do it.
They can't even work at McDonald's.
I don't know. I be hearing on the street that the white and the black are going to do so.
Really? What? Who said that? Who said that?
On the street?
Because, they're deporting people. That's right. And it shouldn't be like
they're going to be like now hiring white people, like on the farm. They're going to
no, they're not going to say that. But once the farmers, everybody's gone, who else are they going to turn out to be?
Yeah.
Where are
the
those
rich
people
are going to go and work? Don't think so.
Yeah.
I think they're going to tell that shit back in, and then it's going to be like, oh my gosh, shortages, and everyone's going to be freaking out like, why can't I get a strawberry in February? And it's like, because you live in Alaska, fucker. Yeah. Wait till spring.
Yeah, but we're going to get our ganja. Nobody's going to take that.
Nope.
Manager
dude, go grow our own now, guys.
Manager dude says celery has nicotine in it. Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe you can find nicotine in a lot of places.
Yeah. Everybody smoke celery. Let us know.
How about the dollar bills? How about the dollar bills that got cocaine all over them? Every one of them.
Oh yeah, and some pussy juice too. Yeah.
So on the third, everything's gonna be shut down. That's what he's saying now.
This is not advice. What do you mean?
The 3rd of February, the federal whatever is gonna shut everything down.
Oh, wait. Are you breaking news right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shit.
Breaking news, everybody. Junior.
All right, tell us about it.
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Breaking news, they're saying that Mr. Trump's gonna freeze everything that, like food stamps, Medi-Cal, all the housing, people that are in, government help. I'm just letting you guys know. You guys are not going to get your food stamps, your money, your cash aids, your housing, anything, because he's going to freeze the government up.
Yeah. So everybody's going to be profiled.
Right. Yeah.
Profiling.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, things are changing for sure.
Listen, it's important to know that the vibration from growing cannabis is a tremendous. It's unfathomable the benefit from that, the merit.
Mm-hmm.
Not just to get high, but actually the experience of growing something that is. I mean, we're going to have our cannabis. Maybe we won't have our celery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why can't we just bring our weed to the farmer's market? I mean, if you grow it, you should be allowed to just bring it and start.
I agree.
I mean,
well, you can bring an apple, but you can't bring cannabis.
I can give a real answer because I've seen the legal pathways, and it's all a pain in the ass.
Damn.
Like there's like a scanning system for certain states where it's like everything, like you can trace the exact spot where that plant was grown.
Right.
I know at one time in the early days they were like, we're gonna put nanobots in the weed to track it. And I don't know if that was just stoners being stoners, like the same people that were like, Caltrans made the russet mite. And it's like Caltrans came build a road.
Look at that name now, you know.
Shit.
THC.
Well, like,
Stoner Chris.
there was so much going on with tracking, like what is it? Oh fuck.
Seed to sale.
Seed to sale. Yeah.
They can go outside your
That's fucking
facility with an instrument and see if you lied on your report how many plants you have in your facility if you're growing legally.
But then you go up to Oregon. I felt like in Oregon people just didn't care. The police didn't care. No one cared.
Oh yeah.
Oregon's the lawless. I feel like people don't
really?
recognize that Oregon is truly like they had the loosest cannabis laws where it's just like I had friends that were flipping off helicopters and I'm like, dude, you are not in that position, my dude. And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. They just come to your house, they cut down the plants and say, now you don't do that again. And guess what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm doing it again.
There's no stopping cannabis freaks, bro.
Can't stop, won't stop, everybody.
They had to have put the kibosh on that style of fun.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. I mean, I was up in Arcata for a long time and in Petrolia, a little place where we decided to nestle in and grow some weed. There's a lot of old growers up in that way. And my son and I, Andrew, we had a ball with it. Arcata was so much fun. It was when that bud was worth a lot of money around the world.
3,000 a pound?
3,000, 4,000. You know, the strains. We had all those. We had the train wreck, the Afghani.
The
OG,
You got me wanting to try this
real
Afghani,
OG.
man. Yeah, you got me really wanting to try this Afghani now.
Do you know how much a pound goes for now?
500, 400 and something.
That's so crazy.
3 to 5.
3 to 5 from
100.
top shelf.
3 to 500. No, not. I mean 300. That you're making hash or concentrates or something out of that.
Right.
That's why the price got shoved down so low, though, because they're like, well, I'm gonna try it, and then I'm probably gonna make it in concentrates, and they do exactly what lemon packing houses do, or carrots, or anything else, where they're like, oh, well, we have a high supply this year. We're gonna take some of this B grade. Now it's A grade because we decided it's A grade.
That's right.
And then the rest of it gets blown into hash, oil, whatever.
And that's why you grow your own, because you don't want to deal with all that bullshit, dude. You don't know what you're really...
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not as massive a scale. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, they're big cannabis. They're essentially sun-kissed.
Exactly.
But...
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
What do you think would be the strain, like a good beginner strain for people of the 805 that are wanting to get started? Like a durable, like you can't fuck it up kind of strain, you know?
Anything with a limonene terpene.
What is that? What? With a what?
Say it again.
With a what?
Man, it's like after a while you just...
Yeah, I mean, for you could grow anything, anywhere, probably after all your experience. But you know what I'm talking about.
I think, if you can get a hold of some seeds, because we know that 50% of the seed is going to be female and 50% possibly male. So if you start 5 seeds, you may get 2 females. You may get only 1.
50-50, right?
So,
they say.
So I would say if you can get a hold of some seeds, I mean, you can buy seeds, but they're still difficult to get. Mm-hmm. It's not an easy process.
Yeah.
And they're expensive. But if you can get a hold of a friend who has seeds, and I've got a seed stash I'm going to work on, and let's get it distributed.
Yeah.
Pass it out.
We used to do every time we did a public show, we do a free seed giveaway. We were giving away cannabis seeds.
There
And
you
you know how
go.
many people took advantage of it? 1. Out of like 5 or 6 times. We're just giving these things away, man. And these are like $300 seeds,
Damn.
It's just like, and we have to change that. I don't think people realize how easy it is and how much weed you get, and then also the joys of smoking what you grew. You know, it's kind of better.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there. I think what we're going to do is initiate a real big start here in Ventura, and whoever else is watching out there, we're ready. This is a good start to get the seed going, get it germinating.
Yeah.
Talking about everybody's talking about, hey, do you got any cannabis seeds? You got any cannabis?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody
start reaching out, dude. There's people out there that have it. Just everybody smokes. Just reach out to anybody. Everybody knows somebody that grew.
It doesn't matter the strain when you're getting started. Seriously, I mean, we're all looking for the bomb strain and then how does it respond to this or that, but. Just getting some seeds in your hands and popping them in some paper towels, getting a little taproot. That's a whole process itself of keeping track of that, and then finally getting the timing right where you're putting them in the soil. Because either you're going to work and doing this, or you're partying or whatever, and all of a sudden your taproot's this long and then napkin. It's too far. The energy needed to be put in at maximum 3/4 of an inch, in my opinion. But any seeds, I think people should just not be picky on it. Don't complicate it. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
And then learn from that plant that comes up and try trimming it or breaking it and put a little weight, you take a fishing line and some weights and pull the branches down. All kinds of really interesting techniques to get that plant to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. Breaking news. The Ventura Tide Pod Instagram is going to be talking you through our 2025 crops from seed all the way to, not to sale. My wife won't let me sell it, but seed to smoke.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, maybe we'll have you back on when we do the first unveiling of the smoke.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's get some, can we get some starts going and present them?
Of course we can. There's nothing we can't do.
We do it all.
Yeah, but can you grow on a balcony or something, or on a rooftop?
Yeah, we
all
can.
Right.
I'll grow some
Chris,
Tide
come on,
Pod.
man.
I'll grow some Tide Pod. Just Tide Pods for Tide Pod for us to have them on the.
You'll name the strain Tide Pod.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be a great honor for us to have a strain.
I picked some really nice. I have my own strains. I no longer worry about getting this strain or that strain.
You've named a strain.
I named my own strains.
Okay.
They're no longer. These strains came from 30, 40 years ago. And then I grew them, and then I grew seeds from them, and then grew seeds. So I never really worried about, where am I going to get seeds?
Yeah.
I have some bomb seeds that I haven't opened up that I want to start here in Ventura that came from Colorado. They're really interesting strains. Nothing like what anybody's familiar with here.
Ooh.
But, we'll get those. I want to get those going. We could say, hey, these are Tide Pods. We could watch some Tide Pod grow. I could bring them back and forth.
Yeah, we used to name it Tide Pod, because we had a couple seeds. We didn't know what it was, so we just called it Tide Pod. This
is this platform is just tonight talking about the farmers, people not showing up for work, and it's for everybody's very uncomfortable and really living in fear. We gotta
stop that shit.
Yeah, I feel like everybody, I don't know why, but since the year started, I feel like everybody's just like, oh, we're just going to be like Gandhi. We're going to just not say anything about anything that Trump does, Let's see how it plays out. That's what I've heard a lot.
Bro.
And I'm just like, yeah, but he's like doing some crazy stuff, like he's like fire, I don't want to get into it too much, yeah, but he like fired like all the watchdogs, and that's like against the law to fire them, He removed the, there's some general, I can't remember his name, but he removed his security because he didn't like him. That's crazy. You can't remove another man's security.
Nope.
What the fuck?
I know I brought it up a lot lately, but get yourself a backup country. Meet yourself a nice Latina.
You really think it's there?
Huh?
You think we're there? We've got to get a backup country?
No, you start now before the rush happens. It's like, I don't know. It's the same reason why you go for doorbuster deals on Black Friday. Everyone's going to be there. So queue up now, dude. Paperwork. It's a lot of money. Trust me. I was recently engaged.
You might end up having
you
might have to end up marrying a very ugly Brazilian woman to get out of the country if you wait too long.
Oh, no. No, they're not running out for you. Don't get me wrong.
Let's look at passports have been shut down now. You ain't gonna you're not going to get a passport to go someplace else.
Oh, fuck. I might not be able to get my visitor visa.
It's happening right now.
Yeah.
I had a Canadian friend that bailed on me, and we've been talking, and like as the time gets closer of when she was actually supposed to come, because she canceled on me, and it's just like, yeah, it's kind of crazy there right now. It's like, yeah, it is. Like,
Oh yeah.
did you cancel because you had graduate school work to do, or did you cancel because you knew this was going to happen? And I just wanted her to just say like, oh yeah, no, it was political, just so I could be like,
Grab him by the pussy.
But dude,
Trump's blocking me, man.
yeah, Trump cock blocked you so
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. And let
I hate.
Yeah, you know,
I do not like cock blockers.
Let
Yeah.
Randall know about what you wanted to let him know, that you wanted to throw something big for the podcast.
You want to do something big?
Hey, what you got?
No, that you wanted to throw something big.
It was this thing.
Well,
Yeah.
for what I want to do is I want to make these tumblers for Tide Pods, so we can all be sitting here having some tumblers and something to drink, and
Oh yeah.
you know, and I'm just going to gift it. I'm working on the design for that. I just want to make sure everybody was cool with that idea, because that from those tumblers that I'm making, it's going to show you how you can restructure whatever you put in there. You know, nobody likes. You're not going to live off of Coca-Cola, but it's nice to drink Coca-Cola or a Pepsi or pineapple, this or that. But the Coca-Cola can be good for you when you put it in the structure glass. It says love. It actually does transform that. If you were to just regular water,
Some of that water that we transform.
what about water and fluorides? Huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's fluoride in the water.
All right. So how do we deal with that when almost every bottled water has fluoride? This is not legal advice.
Yeah, this is not.
Okay.
Not
Do your own
medical
research,
advice.
people, but you will find that there's fluoride in the water.
Yep.
Yeah. And so,
It's not like a conspiracy theory.
Let's
That's like
just
an
say
actual fact.
you wanted to pump.
That's right.
If you want to pump your plants like hard, right? You get that result. For me, it's getting the metals out. It's getting the fluoride out. It's getting it's getting all that
Copper out.
stuff in water that's in there, and then applying my nutrient to that if I'm using a liquid nutrient. Heavy nitrogen in the beginning. We'll talk about all this as we kind of graduate everybody, and people will be, I think, calling in about their grow.
Yeah, this is like the intro to
Yeah.
growing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Manager dude said Santa Barbara garlic. Is that like a strain, or anybody
yes,
know
it
that?
is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought it was Temecula garlic. There's a garlic.
Gilroy.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilroy. That would be
Gilroy
a good one.
garlic.
Right.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Right.
wheat strains, but
I
I don't know what I'm
Gilroy
talking about. I
garlic.
just said Gilroy for no reason.
No,
Gilroy garlic.
you can
is
grow
what
the
you
most
want.
skunkiest plant in Gilroy, and you'd never
Yeah.
smell it. It's
blends
just
right
all
in, huh?
garlic.
Oh man.
But listen, how about companion plants?
Great question. Yeah, that is one of the things I wanted to know. Especially to get the moths away from your plant.
Yeah,
Right?
there's
Yeah.
a lot of really great companion plants that are strong smelling. The bugs don't want to come around those. I like to put those in around the plant, not competing with it, but kind of getting it. The other thing is, if I'm growing outside, I don't like to break the soil. That theory has gone away. We need to mat things that are already growing and use hoofs or goats or cows or ourselves stomping around out there, and not get into breaking the soil, but to build more fluff, more air, more organics going in there.
Yeah, throw your trash in there, right? Is
Or
that
cover.
Shells.
Yeah. Is that part of your with the plants you grow? What kind of soil are you using?
Well,
Where do you get it?
my base has always been, you have to have a base soil, okay? I don't get into anything fancy. I use Fox Farm because everybody can go down and get a bag of Fox Farm. But just say if you want to get some more high-tech soil, you got to know a little bit more about what that's going to do, what you want. Fox Farm covers almost everybody, I think. That's my opinion on it.
It's like a base.
You'll get a good result whether you put more fertilizer in anyhow. It'll start popping up. And then you'll have a little time to read up. Okay, I'm new at this. I don't know what to do. Give me a marijuana handbook. You know, what's it say in here? You know, like really.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's your Bible, and you know, it's like you pass it down to your kids. But it's where you get a chance with Fox Farm to actually do it and be happy about it. It's simple. It's cheap. And you go on Amazon, you can get little 12-quart bags, and
They deliver it.
yeah, right to your door.
Don't even have to lift
All
it.
the stuff. Okay, a pH, a pH meter. pH meter.
Oh, see, that's where you just got more scientific on me because that's where I start to tune out.
You want to be at 6.5 pH,
Yeah.
6.8. I like to go down to 5.8 and pH all my stuff after I've got all the ferts in there. What's my pH? Okay, now I got pH up, pH down. I can move it up and down.
We're covering we're covering at a pH of 10 because we're covering the basics. Get it? Because pH is basics.
So we're going on a 14 scale.
14 scale.
We're going on a 14 scale. We're going to be at 7 or below.
All right.
Because root uptake.
Keep it acidic. Is that acidic, the low, or basic?
You want to keep right in the middle between alkaline and acidic.
Okay.
So what you've got is that, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but your uptake functions a little better of your nutrients when you're in the right pH.
Yep.
Got it.
Now, you want something to pop, get your pH correct.
Okay.
$15 meter on Amazon. You know.
All right, you sold me. I'm gonna get a fucking pH.
You get pH up, pH down, pH up, pH down fluids.
Should we talk about titrations and how to get your pH up and down, how to correct imbalances?
They explain what it is first, and then how to do it. Yeah.
So titration is when you look at a mixture and you're like, oh man, this is super basic. I would like this to be more acidic, and you add more acidic things to counterbalance the basicness. Basically, that's what titration is.
Where do you get this stuff? Like a Green Thumb or something?
Yeah, a lot of hydro stores, they have pH up, pH down. It just says it right on the bottle. They'll have pH and then an arrow pointing up, pH, arrow pointing down. I forget what the active ingredients are.
Usually it's orange.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, like
wear gloves. You always wear gloves with working with that.
Oh yes.
Okay. But like, you know, somebody like Junior, he grew a fucking tree. He didn't do all he did is put the hose it down every now and then.
Yeah,
you know. So don't get intimidated by all these like pH, all the like. You don't have to be a fucking scientist. If this is just if you want your plant to like pop off big, but I'm telling you, Junior grew a fucking tree without doing any research. Just hose it down. That's all he did.
Hose it down.
This shit was what, 9 foot?
Hell yeah,
it was
Junior.
a fucking tree, man.
That's right, Junior.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
Smoke weed every day.
just keep a water on it, and it'll be fine, you know. But
Yeah, because when I
if
moved
you wanted to
here
pop, you got to
at
get this
Jordan,
Amazon pH meter. I guess.
When I moved to the street that I was living on, everybody fucking said, "What the fuck is going on?" Because everybody's seeing it.
Everybody
and
said
everybody
that.
would go by it, be like, "What? Damn, it smells so beautiful."
That's right.
The hands are so big. You
You love those leaves when they come out like that.
I was loving it. And then when Randall seen it, Mr. Randall seen it,
I was impressed.
I was like,
yeah.
fuck.
We're proud, Daddy.
Because like I was like, I'm the shit, dude. Because I had a tree of my own in the backyard, and then Juniors started popping off, and I was like, all right. I'm like, I love my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I think I saw you were jerking off in your plant before.
No.
Just joking.
You need
Like,
like protein.
Yeah.
What I was that I did
Potassium.
one time did trip out because I seen the sheriffs come on
Yeah.
the property.
I was looking
And
out the
when I
window
seen
like, uh-oh.
I was like, oh shit, and I came out, and then they're like, hey, are you so and so? And I said, no, we're looking for so and so. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like I don't know what to tell you. You know, he's not here. You can go in the house and check, but you ain't gonna find nothing.
You're not no rat.
And then but and then he goes, And he goes, what about this? And he points behind him. I was like, oh, that's my tomato plant. He goes, it's pretty big for a fucking tomato plant. And I was like, hey, it's just one.
Yeah.
It's big, and I take care of it, and that's about it. And then at the time, when he was saying that, I had permits for my plant.
Wow.
That's right.
You're
He
ready.
had a medical
You're ready.
card.
Yeah, that's my permit. That's my permit.
A medical card is not a. It's legal. You don't need anything. ladies and
what
gentlemen.
year was
Yeah,
it?
That was in like
2021. 2020. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's not inconsequential.
No,
They
no,
can't
no,
even
no.
arrest you for
It's-
anything. You don't
he
even
thought-
need the medical card.
I don't know why
Yeah.
he got a medical card and he acted like he had like that.
No, I
thing in
got
Lethal Weapon,
permission
like,
from God.
diplomatic immunity. You know?
I got 3 cards.
He thought he was like
the
immune. He got a
marijuana
Biden card.
grower,
Dude.
the carrier, and all that shit. And it was $125.
Yeah,
for
I
all 3
remember those
cards.
days paying that
Yeah.
money.
Fuck, bro. But now there's no more doctors.
like, I'll just pay the
no
fine.
more nothing.
And you know, if you don't have any space, like you should see the shit I grew in my little 2x2 closet, man. You know, that
It was
the
still
first
good,
time
though.
I grew.
Yeah, buddy.
It was still good.
Yeah.
2x2, 3x3, it all works.
Yeah, and mold all over the walls because there's
Oh,
too much
good.
shit growing. Yeah, I didn't get my security deposit back, but it's okay. It paid for itself.
GG.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That bomb ass GG.
Yeah. So
Right.
right now, do you have an
GG4.
indoor setup or you strictly outdoor?
Well,
Or we TBD?
it's a little bit stealth, but
Oh, okay. Then don't tell me. Yeah.
But of course,
Yeah,
We can throw a party at his house.
Are you on LEDs now, or do you use those old
LEDs.
school sodium?
Let me tell you, mid last year, I moved here, and I went to Lowe's because I left all my grow equipment to my neighbor and everybody else when I left Colorado. So I really didn't have anything. I went to Lowe's and got a clip light, a little tiny grow light, a 40 watt glow light.
Yeah, those ones you use for your iguana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was growing in my bedroom. My auntie, I stay in her house. She loved it. She says, "Oh, I love that smell. I love that smell." So she says, "I want you to grow me some more." And she kept bringing me articles on growing marijuana. She's 89. I know she wants to experience it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like the real. So
Yeah.
So she's got the OG living in the house, and I plan on exposing her to as much cannabis, beautiful cannabis plants.
She had never tried marijuana.
She tried edibles and got sick and went to the hospital, but her house always smells. I'm burning cannabis all the time. The kind. You know how it smells so much better when it's rolled up in a joint? When it's burned, the whole house reeks, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It was a 3-story house, so she's like, "Oh, it's so good." You know, it's like for me, all my other relatives have died. And so I have an auntie and uncle from my wife's side. And it's so wonderful to have somebody actually call my name this late in life and say, "Greggy, Greggy, Greggy." Yeah. And my Uncle Ben, he's a wonderful, happy guy. Both have, he has dementia. They love the cannabis.
Damn.
They love the cannabis. They love the smell.
That's nice.
She loves the plant.
So she's smoking joints all day now, or what?
No, man, but I'm getting the house all smelling good all the time.
So she's just getting secondhand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But wait till I get that cooking, because she's on me about getting off smoking because of my oxygen. So I promised her, I says, I'll do a little less.
She's like, "Don't. The house will blow up." Yeah.
Oh, she thinks it is. The fires drove her nuts, but now she's worried about the floods. But yeah, I've got a really great stuff going on, which I'd like to show everybody as it grows, make it portable, travel around with it.
You're getting love in the chat. Rafa Dog 805 says, "Love you, Craig."
Hey,
there you go. Sending me
thanks,
some
peace
heart
and love to
emojis.
you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You too, Rafa Dog. Rafa Dog doesn't smoke cannabis either, so if he loves you, that's like says a lot.
Hey, this is the deal on my hemp keychains. Is that everybody can have cannabis. Everybody can have hemp. There's
hemp.
This
Hemp.
cannabis or hemp, you know.
So this has
Cannabis
hot over it. This
ruderalis.
has energy and love. Let me show you this one, Chris.
Oh yeah.
This is the what I call the Tide Pod colors down here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
red,
Yeah,
orange,
yeah.
white, blue, black.
Yeah.
I think that's
They're
your
behind,
color.
It's
they're
a-
behind you.
And so this is like an energy transformation
That's correct.
thing, right?
They're
Yeah, we
behind-
gotta.
You're going to see more things that people are making out of hemp to create more energy and get people more into not just smoking, but
Yeah.
having it on you.
It seems like a nice renewable crop to that we're not utilizing because so many people are growing weed, and it's like, why aren't we using the leftover hemp? Well, go ahead, Chris. You got to say something. Yeah.
In Kalinga, they actually started converting over the old cotton gins from when they grew cotton in the Central Valley, and they're turning them into hemp gins. There's actually like a good amount of ruderalis referring to that like really long hemp that's not producing a flower at all. Because when people say hemp, like CBD hemp, they're talking about the same plant, but ruderalis is the one that's actually creating the fiber and has like the long enough strands
Right.
to make a rope and all that. So in the Central Valley, they are starting to produce hemp bales again,
Yeah.
like processed just like it would cotton.
That's great. Mm-hmm. You know, you make like paper out of it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And shirt. Remember those hemp wallets they used to have? Like, if
Oh, hell yeah.
you see somebody with a hemp wallet, you're like, look at that stuff.
You're dating yourself there.
You can make just about anything out of hemp. Hemp shirts, hemp hats, hemp ropes.
My mom, I used to make
Hemp
these
money.
all the time, man. I used to when I was like
Nice.
20, I had one with like a crystal in there.
Oh, real
Yeah.
nice.
Right.
Real nice.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about getting my kids.
Started on that.
This is
Yeah.
a great therapy too. It's real relaxing. And you can,
You made this, or some people in your
I make
company.
that.
You
That's
made that one.
made by my hand. I made that today for you.
Nice work. Yeah, thank you.
That's live.
Live
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
rain
yeah.
here at the
This is one of my-
Ventura Tide Pod.
This is one of my
Junior's is, like,
originals
real
here.
sick, dude. Yeah. Junior's is real sick. It's got like the beads embedded in it. That's what I used to do.
It has a wire running down through it, so because the beads are so small,
so they won't go anywhere.
You can't get the hemp to go through that small hole.
How do people like if people want to order these? Because you're running a company now, right?
Hemping is just being formulated. I've had
Hemp bean.
Hemp bean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have like social media or Instagram?
Not
accounts or
yet.
anything?
I'm working on all that right now.
When you launch it, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you get
Thank you.
some followers. We'll get you like 9 followers, maybe. That's about the
Hey.
reach, you know.
Maybe even 11.
I love just one. One is fine. One.
You got one right here, so the one's not gonna be a
Okay.
problem. Yeah.
Hey, I have probably a line. It's not a clothing line. It's a hemp line of every type of bracelet, anklet, necklace. All the,
Yeah,
you know how
dude.
everybody wears these in the shops, and they got their cannabis or whatever their identification here.
Yeah.
I make them all in hemp with Rasta colors on them.
Yeah, man. I'll
Shit's
support that.
badass. I haven't exposed it yet. It's just this is the beginning of what I wanted to do was
It's a fresh
expose
start.
this.
So everybody, stay tuned. Hemp beans coming.
Hemp bean.
Hemp bean. Get ready. We're
Two
gonna let you
words.
guys know when it
Here are
comes.
2 words, but it's really when you come down to it, everybody be saying hemping. We're going hemping, like camping and skiing.
You
know,
wanna be
exercising.
You want to be a vendor at our Ventura Tide Pod block party?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's
We're having
right.
It's in the
block
works.
party finally?
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
having a
That's
block
what
party this
he
summer.
said he wanted
Okay,
to
I'm
do
ready. I got a
too.
place where we could have it.
Yeah. All right. A block party?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's talk off the because we have a lot of musicians on the show, and I feel like if we could like kind of have a reunion of like all the people that are on the show, we get a
Yeah.
stage up. We get the vendors out there. It could be really nice. Nobody's gonna make any money off this. It's just a place to
Networking.
start a tradition. Yeah, network. Start
That's
a tradition.
right.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Networking.
Yeah.
Up in Arcata, the city where all the stores are is a square. There's everybody parties in the middle. All the events happen in the middle, and all the stores go around it like this here.
I know that spot.
You know,
Yeah.
and then all the streets, everybody's feeding on the streets. But it's you really couldn't smoke that openly in Humboldt even.
Yeah.
But I think if we're going to do
Nowadays,
this, let's like no restrictions. Like
Oh, yeah,
smoking's got to be.
We will have some restrictions. no underage,
No violence.
nobody under 18. Yeah, of course, no violence.
I'm a security guard.
Love.
Okay, so whatever Junior says is going to to be the rules.
Hey,
But
I've been to
pretty
big
much anything you can
festivals.
do. Try to keep your pants on, in public.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wait,
What
is
you do
that-
in your tent?
Does
It's not
that go
mandatory.
for?
It's just suggested.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
Yeah.
got the security.
We're gonna get
Hey,
Junior's a security guard. so,
now, don't you?
Yeah.
Junior, what are you gonna do if somebody walks in without pants? And they your
Tase
security
'em.
guard. You're gonna tase them?
Tase them.
Whoa.
What if the
bad
person
vibes.
wants to get
Bad vibes, bro.
They want to come in with
Just-
respectfully.
Let's
Respectfully, I'm gonna have to tase you, sir.
it could be such a great get together.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
could be
Let's
year
talk.
after
Let's make it
year.
happen.
When you're up in Humboldt territory, up in that Northern California, they know how to throw festivals.
Oh yeah.
They know how to throw festivals, and there's no police there. Everybody's
that's-
managing their own.
That's the whole thing about why they got famous for weed is it was really hard for the police to get up there and
Oh
they had
yeah.
The high
too much-
altitude.
yeah, it was like the helicopters couldn't find the crops and stuff. I'm saying I think the 805 is better than Humboldt to grow weed. It's just
Oh,
it's
no
just
doubt.
it's just that we didn't have that coverage that the helicopters couldn't see and yeah.
Blame Camarillo.
That
We had it.
camouflage and shit.
We had it for a whole
Camarillo.
2 years, and then
Yeah.
they were like, "You can't grow weed within like a mile of any school, road, or structure,
Oh,
or commercially. You couldn't do it." But I just remember driving out of
California,
Ventura County, out of
God.
Fillmore, and just seeing rolling fields of weed, and it's like,
that's right.
That's right. So what is sorry to keep bouncing around, but that's how my brain works.
You're doing fine, bro.
The companion plant thing, because I need to probably start getting my companion plants going.
I'll
right
make a
now.
list for
Yeah.
us of the different companion plants.
What's a good, easy one to start with?
marigold?
Marigold. Okay, yeah, those are easy to grow. Those are easy to grow. Right?
I would say
Yeah.
Sweet Alyssum too. That's an
Sweet
easy
Alyssum.
one.
What is that? Sweet Alyssum.
Sweet
I'll
Alyssum.
look it up. I'll look it up so everybody
You
can
have
see
someone
it. Yeah,
in
yeah.
your yard.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's a
Cool.
tiny,
Yeah.
tiny compound flower, and because it has so much nectar, it harbors a lot of wasp parasites that will go after like your aphids and caterpillars
nice.
and things like that.
Oh,
So
yeah, I do grow this.
it's a
shit.
really
Yeah.
good. It's a really good insectary plant. It's a really good for attracting good bugs. That anything with like umbulate
Sweet
flowers.
Alyssum, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh damn!
There's some of
Yeah,
my babies, some of my strains.
Is this like a live showing of it? Like this is what's going on now?
Yeah, there's some of my strains.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Looking
dude.
good, right?
Look at that
Absolutely
shit.
See all that white
The
stuff in
symmetry,
there.
the fucking symmetry is unbelievable. Like, is this going to be transported outdoors or is this?
It's going outdoors.
Oh my god, you got a real good head start. We're in January, dude. I don't even got my seats.
I'm starting.
I feel like I got to get going now.
I got everybody get inspired, bro. I'm like,
Oh my god. Yeah.
okay.
That's a guy that knows what the fuck he's doing, dude. He gets like 10 plants. They look exactly the same. It's very impressive.
That is
Yeah.
really impressive. That looks nice.
Really impressive.
There's
you know,
some,
for-
there's some interesting bud I grow. This isn't now. This is last year. I'll show you something a little bit nicer though.
Oh, damn.
I'll show you the monster.
Oh,
Come on,
shit.
monster. Let's go.
That fool went down.
So are you going to show us like the biggest tree?
I'm
you ever grew,
hoping.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
hoping my phone will cooperate here.
In the meantime, we're going to do a video review while
All right.
Gigi's looking for his,
The big one.
the big one, the big kahuna.
The big kahuna.
All right. So this is an event. I believe this is in Mexico. So
Where's
let's watch
that?
it. Well, let's watch it.
All right.
Okay. Put it.
You could look for the big one.
Yeah. All right. So check this out, guys.
Hard.
Except for Gigi.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's funny.
Look at this part, though.
Bam.
He did to the
That's bad.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Fucking
Really
dented it,
bad.
bro.
That's it.
And look
He's
at the guy
winner.
celebrating like he won. He's like, yeah.
And
dude.
they have to do that because the reason that they do that is to see who can stay there the longest for the people, for the audience that they have there. But then, as you can see, that dude took a flight to the end of the show.
How many times have he used that cart? It looks well built. That's a scary part. It looks well engineered.
Yeah, you can't see that big dent.
Oh, Junior's freestyling. Go ahead,
You
Junior.
know how it goes with this flow. Dent on the side of the truck. Big dent. Here he goes. Bam. Bam. Again and again. It's like a little show.
Get it, go.
Okay, good job, Junior. Well, amazing freestyle.
That's right.
Smoke weed every day.
That's
All
right.
right, fuck yeah, dude. All right, so
Still
What-
looking for the Giants.
Prominent Records is in the chat. Big Kahuna, let's grow some medicine, he said.
Oh, I like that.
Do it.
I think it would be beautiful rare breed if we had a rare breed strain, you know,
Yeah,
that you would
rare
bring to your 805 mixers, and then it would be like the unofficial, like underground strain, and everybody would love it because it came from your closet or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just throwing ideas out there. I'm telling you guys, just get the seed in the ground, and nature's going to take care of the rest. All you got to do is just not be dumb.
Life will
All right.
find a way. Ooh, nice little.
All right, let's run that up on the big
Love this
screen,
picture.
GG. Oh, beautiful ladybug.
There we are. She was
so-
fine. She's doing some nice work there. That's 2023. That picture.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
I got a big one I'm looking for you. That shows about 10 feet tall, about 8 feet wide.
Damn.
Yeah, is that the one that you sent me, Junior? That
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I can get that
yeah.
up. Yeah. It's in my.
Is that the one that you sent me, right?
Here we go.
Yeah. And so this is like, is this like, you know, something you're the most proud of? Would you say this one?
Look at this.
Oh shit! Let's see. You got that? You even got those selfie lips like those hot chicks do. Look at my
The duck
titties.
face.
It's like, wow.
Look at Miriam's.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so you gotta
I'll give you a big one next. That's about 8 feet tall in back of you there.
8 feet tall. Ooh.
Damn.
Junior, do you have any pictures with yours? I took one of you. Yeah, I gotta find. I gotta dig that up. Yeah, dude, that's hilarious.
Well, it's hard to tell, but here's the crop.
Here you go. Okay, let's see.
Can't quite see it from the picture, but those stakes there.
It's pretty fucking big.
Those stakes there are 12 feet tall.
Are those Oh wow, yeah. And
Those
then
the cages. You can't even see the cages anymore because they've grown 3 feet past the cage.
it looks like in the back there's a bunch of plants.
Oh yeah, that's a whole crop. There's 8 of them.
Wow, 8 plants?
Oh,
God damn.
shit.
You had enough
Nah,
weed.
so I think I had 35 pounds off of that.
Oh,
Like
Lord.
4 plants.
All right, so we got this. Let's see.
There
This
it
came
is
from-
right
is
there.
this-
That's
Gigi,
yours.
is this yours too? This one?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's
fine.
it.
Oh,
Okay,
thanks.
good.
Hey,
I'm
that's
done.
it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because Junior was like, "Hey, this guy wants to be on the show," and I was like, "I don't know who he is." And then he said,
Yeah, that's my land there. That's
he
my
grew
acreage
this.
in Colorado.
"Yeah."
bro.
He's like, "He grew this," and I was like, "Get him on."
There's 8 of them in that. There's 7 more
this
next
one.
to that one. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
my
Thanks
pleasure.
for showing my
Do you-
babies.
Do you think there's something to the fact that this is just like a stoner theory I have? I don't know if there's anything.
What you got, Randall?
It's like you grow weed indoors and you grow weed outdoors, right? But is there something to having moonlight, bugs eating it, wind that doesn't go like a fan? Like, you know, in the grow garden, you have your fan. Shh, it just moves back and forth. Random wind. As factors that make the plant stronger or more naturally grow, naturally better.
On that field there, I had about a 12-acre field that was wide open. When the winds come, those plants are just completely sideways.
Yeah, they're like bamboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just blow in
And that's got to be almost like super cropping.
That's
to the
that's
plants,
why I have the
you know?
cages in between, because it's the only thing that's going to keep that actual structure in place with those winds that are coming out off the Rocky Mountains. We're at 6,500 elevation, And it's a real challenge to grow at that elevation and that temperature. That there's no humidity in Colorado. It's dry.
It's dry, yeah, dude. As soon as you get there, you need chapstick.
I mean, your butt is always going to be dry. You gotta use dehumidifying machines during the cure.
That's crazy. Yeah.
To slow it down.
Damn.
Wow.
We'll talk all about the cure.
We're doing the opposite here. Yeah, so the grow is like it's like different phases, like the seed to the
so you got vegetation
establishment.
You're getting into where that's really going to veg out, right?
And then
busting.
We'll do a veg show. We got to do another show for veg, and then flower will be the third. Flower harvest. Yeah.
Also pruning. Pruning, snapping. You can increase.
De-leafing. Can't forget about de-leafing. That's essentially
de-leafing, right? Yeah. That's important to get more light in there.
You want to get as much bud as you can. So when you get all these branches that are going nowhere, get rid of them. They're taking energy from the plant. Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
Or not only that, if you de-leaf, if you make sure that there's good airflow that can go through the plant, get rid of those small branches, you can prevent molds, you can prevent the powdery mildew that's going to develop on the leaf and all that stuff.
That's right.
Good point.
That's right. Thinning them out you're getting the air in there. Your moisture that wants to collect is not going to collect. If they sweat.
Oh yeah, they're very moist collecting plant.
For a long.
Prominent Records is down. He said that'd be cool. No lie. Let's chat. He's gonna talk to his wife about it. Just start growing it, dude. My advice: don't ask your wife. That's what I did, and it's like the Trump presidency. He's doing wild shit, and then he's hoping he can get away with 80% of it. Just start putting plants in, and then just make the deal like, oh, I won't sell it, or something like that. But just get the plants in the ground. Don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness. That's just my advice.
Yeah. Make hemp leaf smoothies. Right. Yeah. Who's ever in the house, get them addicted to hemp leaf smoothies, like with a little bit of cucumber, honey.
So good.
And then once they're like, oh my god, this was weed the entire time, just be like, well.
It's not weed.
We have to keep growing it.
There's
now.
no psychoactive properties. Yeah.
Well, there's CBD in it. There's a little bit. It'll make you feel like numb, little body relaxing.
Yeah, body high.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really like couch lock myself.
Yes.
I'm heavy into the indicas. Didn't grow much sativas over the years.
Couch potato.
You're indica. I like indica too.
But now I'm really switched over to sativa. I had an acupuncturist that told my wife and I both. He says, both of your bloods would do better on sativa than indica. So I was like, oh man, I like my indica too much to give it up.
I guess you're gonna have to do both. You're gonna have to diversify.
Oh, I did. I think I've got a little indica tonight when I went to the dispensary. But the thing when you're thinning your plants out, that's when you can start gathering those leaves to juice.
Yeah,
you can have them for salads. Rinse them off.
Yeah,
give them a little whatever you do. Make them
wipe
all.
them off.
Yeah, you get the big old fan leaves. You press them in the book, and then you drop them in epoxy, and that's what we're gonna do on this table.
That's right. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna put all the fan leaves on here, and I'm gonna drop epoxy on it. So it's just leaves all in there.
I dig it. That's gonna be badass.
You can fry them in tempura. That's apparently, I haven't tried it, but it looks like the best damn recipe where you dip them in tempura, you fry them up.
That's right.
They do maple leaves in Japan. That's right. It looks like the same damn thing.
Tempura is possible.
What's up?
Japanese style.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Craig, I know you have a hard out at 10:30. So
anytime I can go. I can go. I got no hard
keep
line.
Going, man. All right.
Or nothing.
All right, I was
it's
just
all
checking.
Good,
yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody, I'm retired. I already done most of the things I want to do in my life. I got a bucket list going now.
Yeah. Tell us about your bucket list. What do you got on there?
Oh, it's just pure joy and
just have pure joy.
Just giving joy and love, loving elders, and getting channeled from elders to what is this life about? I'm learning from my 89 and incredible aunt I hope you're watching.
What's her name? Let's call her up.
Her name is Auntie Mary.
Yeah, let's call her up.
She's sleeping. She's
okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, if it's daytime,
hey, Auntie Mary, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
We got it. To be working with an 89-year-old elder. I mean, Uncle Ben, he's so happy. He don't know one thing or another. He's just happy. Some people get dementia or Alzheimer's, and they're not very nice.
You can either be happily confused or angrily confused.
Yeah.
And it's better to be the first one. It's better to be happy confused.
And so I'm grateful that I still have an aunt and an uncle alive because they teach us so much. The elders really, they've lived since 1934. That was the Great Depression.
Yep.
That was when Roosevelt took all the gold and silver. People were really had nothing at that time.
And then World War II. They lived through an atomic bomb dropping. Well, they're on the right side of that one probably. And then what else? The Vietnam War. They lived through hippies.
Right.
Yeah.
Use the back door.
That's right. Oh yeah. That was a good one, Chris.
Why they put cannabis with bad drugs?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I wanted to know that. Why did they put
cannabis
with cocaine and they with bad drugs and all that?
Why did they attack witches and herbs?
I mean,
why do women have to be abused over and over again? They're abusing this plant.
Because they said it's a bad
to
transform.
You don't need oncology and all this expensive medicine that kills you when you can use extractions from the cannabis plant that you can make yourself.
I'll tell you, man. I had
put it in baking soda, water, stir it up. I don't know the recipe, but Yeah,
I actually have saved a few people from 4th-stage cancer.
No way, really?
Through making medicine. Doctors especially. I had a doctor.
Did you use that RSO?
Yes, sir.
Stuff?
Rick Simpson.
Yeah. Rick Simpson. Well,
Rick Simpson had a formula. Did you use the formula?
Yeah, I made it myself.
Yep.
I gave some to Junior. He told me, I can't get high off edibles. That's what he told me.
Yeah,
I was like, try some of this RSO, man. I made it. I made it in my rice cooker.
Wow. Good,
and I gave him a little thing like this. This guy, dude, I thought he was sleeping. His eyes shut, dude. Yeah.
That's how good it is.
He was with his cousin.
He's got the ultimate stoner look, bro. Yeah. Come on.
He's permanently so he looks high.
I'm Cheech's stepbrother. I'm Cheech's son.
I still have some of that RSO, so I'll hook you up.
You are the teacher, my man.
I'm Cheech.
That's right.
I was born in the USA. East LA.
we were outside a special place where we met each other.
My job.
How'd you guys meet?
Outside of Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a great meeting, man, and it's continued on to get into something better.
Did you just look at him and you're like, that guy smokes weed?
No, he was talking to my wife about her back pain and how cannabis would help her, right?
This is not medical advice.
And I was sitting over there loading the groceries, I gotta get in on this.
Yeah.
This is my wheelhouse here. When we met, it was like brothers, bro.
Yeah.
You're the fucking security guard and you're giving out medical advice at Walmart.
Yeah.
In the parking lot.
This is not medical advice.
What the fuck? This guy.
She's like, bag.
Good one, man.
I was like, smoke some marijuana.
It's Doctor
Junior.
Dr. Junior roller.
Call in
joint roller.
Call in 805-323-6224 and Dr. Junior will be taking calls. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not legal advice.
No, man.
No
We don't
legal
give
advice.
legal advice. We don't give
medical advice.
nothing.
Junior gives advice on
Hello,
rolling
you've reached
joints.
Zappos.com, powered by service.
Hi there, I'm
the joke
Richie in COT with your joke of the day. How do trees get onto the internet? Easy, they just log in.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They just log in.
Please press 1 now.
All right. No, I want to hear the whole music for sure. Yeah. All right. Talk to a representative. All right. So this is a shoe company. We're gonna call them, and we're just gonna basically have a discussion with them. Nothing sexual, nothing disrespectful, and they have to talk to us.
As long as we want.
That's right.
Yeah.
We want a size 12 and a half. Is it available?
12 and a half? Damn.
Yeah. Easy.
And then this lady at Walmart goes, "Hey, if you got a big shoe, you know what else you got?"
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Wait. Somebody said that to you? Oh, Junior. So then what? Did you get her digits?
Nah.
Why not?
Because I didn't, bro.
Hey, I had this lady
Wait, is
that
this
wanted to
Zappos?
invest some money in my cannabis business, right?
Yeah.
But she really wanted to steal it from me. Finally, I figured out she was trying to take over my business and get her husband all riled up. She called me up and texted me, says, "Hey, how do I get better orgasms with marijuana?" I'm like, "You're asking me that?" Like, it was an entrapment. Later, I find these people were really in cahoots to take my cannabis.
She's trying to get you
away.
for sexual harassment.
And also you can't. And when you open the dispensary in Colorado, you can't smoke on the premises, even during construction.
Oh wow!
So they call me out. They're like, "You guys, get some good shit, right?"
That's like an impossible law to follow.
I knew what they were up to.
Yeah.
People who don't smoke cannabis and invest money in it are just like, "Oh my god."
They just want
from me.
bankers.
Right.
Yeah.
Go away, dude. I'm like, I invest all this time to study all this during the illegal period.
What is your
cannabis has been illegal most
what does your
of my
hat
life.
say there?
That's a grow company that sorry about that. This is a grow company in Colorado that's really growing called Grow Generation.
Okay. Are they a good company or something?
Oh my God! They said this is the one to invest in if you want to invest money in cannabis.
This is not financial advice. Yeah, I'll invest in this.
These guys are hot. They get everybody up and going. They're big in Oklahoma right now. But we gave birth to one in Colorado, and
They're good
big
businessmen.
outdoor grows. They got fertilizers that nobody could get their hands on.
Oh, hello.
Hi, thank you for reaching out to Zappos. You're speaking with Britannia. How may I speak today?
Hi, Britannia. Wonderful evening to you.
Thank you. Same to you as well.
Sending good vibrations your way. We've been experimenting with reconfiguring our water, by sending messages of love into the water. So I don't know if it works over the phone line, but I'm trying. Sending love your way.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
We're with a company right now, and we're trying to get some company shoes together. And the theme of our company is like growth out of the earth. So if I just go down the line, maybe we could go over some ideas together and see what we can come up with. All right. So my name is Randall. I'm with the Ventura Tide Pod. And then we have Junior here. Oh, he's lighting up. We'll have Chris over there.
Hi.
And then we have Gigi.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hi, you're nice.
Yeah.
You have a nice voice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so the shoes we want are they have like shoes with plants on them because that's like what we do. We're all home growers. We grow.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you have anything like that?
On Zappos?
Just be careful.
Yeah.
Do that.
There we go.
I don't think I have ever seen. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen. I do have an idea of what you're referring to, but I don't think I've seen that on Zappos before, unfortunately.
Okay, well, hey, we tried. You know, that's all you can do in this life, right?
That is true.
Where are we reaching you from? Are you like in the United States? Because sometimes when I call Zappos, they're in different countries. Sometimes.
Yeah, we do have a number of locations, but I am currently working remotely in the Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
Hey. What's the weather like there?
It is not snowing. It is pretty warm, so that's good.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Not like Florida with the snow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
We're-
heard that. The
we're-
sudden snow.
Yeah. We're in Ventura, California right now.
Ooh, okay. How's the weather there?
It's a little bit chilly for us, but I think for, you know, it's not like we can't complain. It's not like snow weather, you know. For
I
us,
can
yeah.
complain. The surf is flat. It can be snowing, but the surf can't be flat. And right now, it has been flat for 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
I'm
that's right.
desiccating.
Yeah. How's the waves over there in the Caribbean?
Pretty normal, I would say. I don't really live close to the beach, so I'm not sure. But I would say it's pretty normal. I haven't heard of anything extreme.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that.
Question for you: does our election of our new president affect you guys in
Any kind of way?
any kind of way?
Well, I would assume that it would affect everyone, basically, nonetheless, whether it's in the America or the effects all. It has a ripple effect, nonetheless. So.
That's right. Thank you for your answer.
Are you in a U.S. territory or have you achieved a backup country? Because I'm getting a backup country. I'm getting the hell out of here.
I think that's
We're thinking about moving.
We're picking up and going.
Oh.
We're leaving the country with our company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why we
Where are
need
you
to
thinking?
choose.
Yeah. It's like a uniform.
What ideas do you have?
Well, funny you should ask. It's called Hemp Bean. Tell her about it because Gigi's the big boss of the company right here. He has all the details.
what?
Gigi, please. Yeah.
We're talking about transforming energy through using our own metaphysical sentient mind. Because all of us just can't move somewhere. Bliss isn't necessarily like the grass is greener on the other side. It's pretty much the same. And like we're talking about plants and strains tonight and growing cannabis plants and how to start seeds. And certain strains grow in certain environments. And for me, I found the environment in Ventura to be a real home to exploring so much freedom that a lot of other places have restrictions on. Ventura has a flow to me. And if it didn't, we're going to make it happen. We're going to create the energy. Pardon
Why
me?
did you want to leave? I'm wondering why would
Chris,
you
Chris, you're talking to Gigi. Chris was talking about moving this country, his company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about staying right where I'm at and improving the whole situation using love, using the concept of love. The vibration of love, when you look at it from a point of view of a crystal, of seeing what the letter L and O and V and E, how that actually really affects our lives. Just writing that on a glass that you're drinking with water is the water can be, this is fact, it can be tested and it improves the structure of the water that's going into your bean, your plant, your food, your bath water, your shower.
Does it matter what language you write the word love in?
No.
It could be any language.
No, that's deep. There is no barrier in that. There is no walls or things
Around it. Or...
Yeah. So so we're gonna make these or Gigi's going to make these tumblers, and they have the word love on them that will transform the water.
Okay, I have heard of that experiment, the rice experiment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, go ahead.
The author of this actual scientific experiment, his name was Masaru Emoto. And he almost drowned when he was 5 years old by going out in the ocean, and the tide kept going out. He didn't realize by himself that the tide would come back in. And this is where he started studying water for the rest of his life, because these sailors came along, these people in a boat, and they actually grabbed his hand and pulled him up out of the water. And so from that point, he started understanding that water has memory, that water has a way of transforming us. Just washing with water, even there's no soap, it cleanses our bodies, our minds.
Yeah.
We came from the water. So
Right.
so when you stick your hand in water for more than 30 seconds, your fingers will wrinkle. And that is because they give you better traction in the water when you have to crawl on rocks and stuff like that. So we don't see ourselves as water beings because we're able to survive with modern technology in the desert.
Yes.
As long as we have our artificial water, bottled water, our RO, reverse osmosis water, and all that. But if you really want to go back to the roots of humanity, you got to get in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. We all come from the water. If you look and see how the island of Hawaii, if you read the book Hawaii, you'll see how the island was actually created. And that it was just popping up out of the ocean, and birds going doo-doos on it. And a little bit more soil came around from the decay of the doo-doos and the rock minerals and things where something started to grow.
A process of succession.
Yeah, I like
primary succession, secondary succession, tertiary.
Thank you for chatting with us tonight on Ventura.
What was your understanding of that study? Because
is that Masaru Emoto study? Is that what you
Because you said
I've always wanted to try it. Yeah, I've actually I studied psychology in school. I've always wanted to try it. I never got the chance to, but I think this conversation inspired that, so I'm definitely gonna go ahead and test it myself.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Tomorrow.
Well, okay, that's fine. Totally understand. But nothing but love for you. Let's all four send love.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Get back.
Get ready to accept. I love
there you go.
I love
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.
Good
vibes.
You made our night.
Yeah.
Good vibes, man. Good vibes.
Peace out.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, my love.
Bye.
All right.
She sounded cute.
She's
This is already fucking dead.
Even through a microphone.
Hey,
dog.
You know what they call this guy? We're in Midtown Ventura. They call this guy the man whore of Midtown.
Man, whore to Midtown. As you can see, he already got a hard on.
No.
He already got a hard
Dog,
on.
Chris. I said because I know you'd probably pull it off too, you son of a
Well,
bitch.
it's just she didn't answer me if she was in or outside of the continental U.S. But also,
She didn't want to say.
I'm looking to go somewhere else if someone's looking to hang out here longer.
Yeah, well,
Chris calls Zappos. He's like, this could be my new escape country. You know?
I escaped Colorado. I escaped Colorado to come over here. I'm not leaving anytime soon.
All right. Well,
this is a friendly town.
You think?
Yeah, you just go around in circles. Everybody who works here is so nice. Just to meet a security officer that's real.
He's giving medical advice on the.
He gives me his phone number. I give his phone number. He calls me back. How many people call you back?
breaking news. There's a gentleman giving medical advice in the parking lot of Walmart. If anybody wants to
This
line
is
up,
not medical advice.
his name is Junior. He's going to be dressed in a security outfit, but he will give you the best medical advice. Yeah,
You know, my wife, Sherry, she loved his advice.
Yeah, did she take
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You see how happy
She said, I'm going home and doing that. She's like, thank you,
What's up,
honey. You
Sherry?
know me. I was like, woo. Yeah, you do it, ma'am.
People are like, every time I go to Dr. Junior's office, he keeps prescribing
Dr. Junior.
keeps prescribing me cannabis.
Yo. You'll
And
stay
so
younger.
how are we going to smoke that?
Mama, you'll stay younger and think more.
So what happens if we can't smoke? What do we do?
I guess we're going to have to make a lotion, man.
Why'd you automatically go to lotion?
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of edibles. Bro, edibles.
Junior, what are you thinking, Junior?
Bro,
Junior's
lotion is because nobody can eat edibles. They don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
We want to save them before going to the hospital.
Right.
You know, we want to get them right. We
Junior
don't
will
want to get them
immediately-
wrong and everything, bro. We don't want to send them to the hospital. Come
As soon
on,
as you
now.
say
Gotta
you
take
can't
care of
smoke-
our people.
Junior's immediately going to jerk off with lotion. That's why.
No,
You could always boof
Where
it.
else can I get pleasure?
nah, we're good with that.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Have you ever heard of people boofing weed?
Tell me about it. I don't know anything about it. I never heard that.
Boofing weed, no.
Boofing is when you put something up your butt to ingest it.
Oh, well, I can't see why not.
Shelving is to get high from it. Boofing is to smuggle it.
Oh, what? No, I thought boofing.
Oh,
You would think.
Yeah, because you're at a music festival, you're buying drugs, and the drug dealer's like boofing and it's free.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
You've never
Yeah.
heard of boofing and it's free?
I have, but
Oh man. Okay, let's get the story straight then, huh?
I know. Well,
I've never boofed it.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. But
No,
I've never boofed. I've never done anything with marijuana in butthole.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is a little bit of private information, but it might be useful.
Okay.
When I did some time in jail for a pretty good sized harvest at one time up in Northern California, so I had 6 months, and when you go out, you find somebody who's got some weed out there, and usually you have to put it in a little cigar tube and cut it off, put the tape on it, and you have to boof it. And you're going to get it back in. You get it up far enough where when they check you coming back in, they don't see nothing.
Yeah.
Now you got your herb in jail. That's the only time.
So you have boofed then.
If that's boofing, I boofed.
Yeah, that's boofing.
Either boofing or shelving. Let's find out. All right.
I've never heard of shelving.
Everyone, let's.
Hey.
Hello, ChatGPT. Can you tell me the difference between boofing and shelving?
Hey there. Boofing typically refers to the practice of consuming substances rectally, often to achieve faster absorption. Shelving, on the other hand, is a similar concept but more commonly used to describe inserting substances vaginally. Both methods are risky.
Like trying to.
Wait a minute now. What's it called? Boofing and shelving? Shelving's
No,
vaginally.
it's shelving is vaginal and boofing is anal. I didn't know that.
Oh, pelvic shelf? Oh, that's pelvic floor. Never mind. Where does the shelf come into
All right, well, we
place?
all learned something new tonight.
I always was I thought shelving was smuggling, and boofing was for hire, or vice versa. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, hey, vaginal.
we
It's
got it.
vaginal.
We're not allowed to shelf. We can't shelf.
Man, oh, man, I couldn't boof
Take a lot
enough
of
there to
steps.
keep me going every day, though.
No shelving under my presidency. There will be no shelving.
Up the butt or nothing.
Yeah. How did that weed? After you boofed it, was that your private reserve, or did you share it
Grab
with
them by
other
the
people?
pussy.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Well,
a
at
lot
least
of-
it's all in a container. You get it out of there and clean it, wash it off real fast, you know.
Yeah.
And then they break it out.
Was that like the best weed you ever smoked? Because it had been some time. So
No, it's just the best weed
Grab 'em by the
because
pussy.
you couldn't get it blocked up, like we can get it now. And it's like,
Where'd you smoke it while you were in jail? Like, how did you sneak the smoke?
Yeah.
What did you do? Like dryer sheets?
be
and
set
a
next to
and
the
a
vent
tube?
as much as you can.
Yeah.
go back.
But also, when I did
get a
time,
balloon?
I was fairly popular at the time because I got along good with the jailers, and my wife was actually possibly going to have to go in after me. So I got into the cook position, made good food, traded for phone calls, and basically I was an ideal to them, a model. I worked all the floors and everything, but mainly I knew my wife may had to go in after that, and I wanted to make sure she was going to be taken care of. It was a small town up in Grass Valley. She's probably going to hate me for saying this, but we lived through some really rough times when we were outlaw growers. Living off the land, building our own house, hauling water by foot, carrying it like this, like an oxen, roping down to the river and getting the 5-gallon buckets back up, and then taking them. The next year you make a little money, and the next year you get some drip system. And you get a reservoir, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to camouflage these babies more.
Right, man. And then did you lose it all when you went to prison?
I went to jail in the Grass Valley, Northern California, and lost my land, my dream. I still never stopped. None of that stopped me. I still grew after I got out. Continuing to grow, get my strains going again.
There's got to be part of you that like sees these kids vaping weed or like doing dabs out in the street or something, and out of like the those vape dabs, that's you just got to be like, what the fuck?
You use them?
Yeah, I've used the vape. Yeah, we were vaping them
in the Walmart parking lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Not on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. but that's got to be like
nothing
crazy,
really bothers me. I
yeah.
really love youth. I love youth, how they can take and just rejuvenate it. This generation, all your generation is energy for me.
Yeah.
It's transferring.
Yeah.
I'm not dying. I'm living and dying every moment, but I'm not dying. I'm actually becoming more alive than I ever have.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the cannabis, I would be dead. It saved my life several times.
How?
I was paralyzed from COVID. All 4 limbs, both arms and legs, laid flat for a long time. Smoking was the only thing that changed anything. Smoking the cannabis. I had grown. I knew that I was going to take time off from growing. I never took any time off since I was a teenager. I put grow every year, grow. It's a lot of pressure. Then when the grow rooms came, I was the first of grow rooms where I would find these places down in Burbank, California, and park 2 blocks away, hike in with my backpack, get the parts I needed from my grow room, hike back off, and watch my tail all the way back to my grow. But I was a father at the time. I was a Boy Scout leader at the time. I had some of the first indoor underground grow rooms, hand dug by myself.
Wow.
Damn.
A lot of getting that right, getting underground, getting the leaks out.
That's dedication. That's dedication.
Stealth. You would never know if you came in my backyard. You're sitting right on top of the grow room.
Man, I wish I could say that.
My kid found it. Andrew, if you're listening.
What up, Andrew?
What's up, Andrew? What's up?
He eventually found the keys. I had keys that are so stealth. I ran laundromats, coin-operated laundromats for a while. So I had stealth locks and keys. Mm-hmm. Even that, he got into my grow room and finally found it. Had to go through a doghouse, down through the floor, manipulate the lock, and get in there.
He's just curious.
But he's my grow partner. That's my man.
Nice.
We grew in Humboldt for several years.
That's right.
You'll meet him.
Yeah.
He's the bomb.
All right, nice. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's my second child.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring him on. Bring him on the next time we get you on. When it comes time to.
Oh, you'll see. We're father and son, bro. We're tight.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right.
He's beat the shit out of me before.
Yeah. How old was he when he did that the first time?
20 years ago, got a bad accident when he was first year in college. His friend died in the car, and he survived. He's had survival guilt ever since then. He's lived on the streets for 7 years. He now has a facility. Rough. He's been out of jail and prison for nothing other than being in the wrong spot at the right time.
That's my son too. He's in there right now.
And they learn how to survive and be tough. That's a whole nother world.
He's out now?
He's out now. He's having a tough time.
Now you guys are partners?
Yes. Always, eternally. We have a father and son relationship that we're going to do a skit about where you can really see what a real father and son's relationship is like.
Well, he has 6 sons.
Yeah, so I'm proud of him.
I got 2.
I'm proud of you, too.
Yeah.
2 sons? 2 sons?
Yeah.
How old?
11 and 6.
Wow.
What advice would you give to us fathers of sons?
Yeah.
And Chris probably has something he doesn't know about. But.
I might have one in Turkey. I don't know.
Yeah. He let one loose in Turkey.
Good time. what we call 10 minutes. My son and I call it 10 minutes. At night. That 10 minutes, that time. Give them that time where you just listen to what they got to say. You know, I was too much of a friend. I always wanted to be the friend.
Yeah.
I wanted to be his friend. I couldn't draw the line sometimes. But there's nothing I didn't do with my son. I didn't sexually abuse him or anything like that. But
we know what he meant. Yeah, that's not what we're.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
We know what you meant by everything. Yeah,
No,
not everything. Okay, yeah, we're not literal.
When he first smoked, it was me who smoked him out.
Oh, no way. That's a
yeah.
great father-son moment, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he has a love for the ganja plant, but this is a human being who's really suffered tremendously. But he's tough.
Humble.
He's tough.
He's tough and humble.
You got to be, man, to go through to do
tough.
what you did, to dig a hole in the ground
My
just so
son
you can
was
grow.
in dare.
Yeah.
And every day I'm worried about, am I going to get ratted off? Because the dare officer's constantly in their mind. Oh, shit.
Do you think that's what it was about? Was they were trying to get them their kids to rat their parents out?
Yeah.
Seemed like to me.
Yeah.
How about you, Junior?
Yeah.
We were Junior and I both went through the DARE program.
You did?
See how that turned out.
Wow.
But yeah, I was.
Oh my God, you're right. That's
6
right.
boys. And all my boys turned out like their daddy.
I don't know. Active Always has a lot of resemblance to you. Like a lot.
No, I'm just saying, but you know, they smoke like me and shit.
Yeah, well, that's good. My son's done everything you can imagine, bro, and he survived it.
That's why it's tough, I guess.
Everything, including death.
Damn.
He survived death.
Yep.
How long? He was like
I
dead
watched
for a
him.
while.
Yep.
Oh my God! How'd that happen?
Car accident.
Oh wow.
Most horrendous thing I've ever seen in my life. Seen my son hooked up to all that machinery.
Oh shit.
He woke up and flipped me off.
Oh, that was his first.
He was like, "Fuck you!" Like, I was so embarrassed. I said, the nurse said, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." She goes, "Don't feel sorry. That's his motor skills working."
That's great.
Great.
His rehab is going great. Yeah.
He's already
Listen, man, this kid suffered so much from survivor's guilt, self-medicating. Oh, you know all that shit, man, bro. 6 boys.
Yeah. I put them all to sleep. I had them all in a schedule, time schedule. 8:30 would come around the corner. They would be like that. Like, yep, guys, you know the rules. Line up. And they would all lay down in the futon bed that I would have. And I would sleep on the floor. And then before they would go to sleep, I would make sure they would all sleep. Then I would sneak outside.
Right.
And smoke my joint.
I think youth just needs somebody to listen. Somebody will really listen to them.
Yeah, I think you're right, but yeah.
And you guys are youth.
We're no, I mean,
to me, I mean, you're half my age.
How old are you?
73.
73. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
45.
45.
Yeah.
Still got that youth spirit.
Immaturity, they call it. That's what my family
Hey, it
calls
took me a long time to grow up. My poor wife. Oh my God. She went with me in every grow. I used all her bonus monies from her jobs to build my grows out and build them out. And we had several raided and tore them all down. We start over again.
Yeah, you guys are, man, I really admire your
Thank you.
dedication and spirit with all that.
We have to.
You paved the way for.
I've tried. We tried. We tried our best. Before there was any dispensaries, we dreamed of dispensaries so elders could go. People who really needed a spot, not go on the street.
Yep.
Listen, I'm very lucky. I had a very lucky life. I married a woman. I'm still married. One woman my whole life, 48 years. Is that right, honey?
Yeah.
Call in. Yeah. 48 years. Ooh, you almost got the big 5-0 coming up.
Yep,
What are you gonna do
that's
something
right.
special?
Oh man, you guys will all be invited.
Damn.
It's gonna be the silver, bro.
Okay.
That's gonna be bad.
No, that's golden.
That's
Oh,
good.
is it gold?
Yeah, that's gold.
Is it gold, honey?
That means we get gold if we show up.
That's right.
That's what they said. I don't know.
Hey,
They make up rules.
this-
You got to give us gold.
That's right.
What we're transferring to like people tonight who are listening.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's healing.
Yeah, I hope so.
We're all,
Yeah.
like we talked earlier about the fields and the celery and the strawberries. You can go right out here and see the strawberries just suffering, and nobody's in the field anymore working over there.
Yep. Start growing your own, ladies and gentlemen. Grow your own weed.
Grow our own weed.
Grow your own food as much as you can.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the field,
Yeah.
I gotta get rolling because I gotta be in the field at 6 a.m.
We're gonna end the show. Yeah.
We're gonna end it right now.
We're gonna end it right now. So
This is great.
We're gonna end it right now.
thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Anything you want to say before we sign off?
Just don't get too complicated on getting your grow going. Get some seeds.
Yeah.
Find a little spot you feel is nice and go for it. Don't worry. This is the time now. We're in the time right now to get your seeds started.
Yep.
Be ahead of
Let's
it.
get it.
So the next 2 weeks, everybody, you have a homework assignment from Professor Randall and Professor Junior and
GG.
Professor Gigi and Professor Chris. Get some seeds.
Do it.
And get them sprouted. Okay, get them in some water until you see that little white thing, and then put it in napkins.
Yeah.
And then we'll tell you step 2.
Randall's got it. That's right.
Step
All right.
by step. Send us a picture.
Hang with us. For just $19.95, you'll be able to grow your own gigantic crop.
Yeah.
You know?
You could have people really getting interested in showing their plants. And
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I want everybody in Ventura to grow weed, and then let's get this culture up, and then let's show everybody that you don't have to buy weed, you don't have to support cartels.
Right.
Nobody.
You don't have to,
Just
you don't have
That's
to
right.
smoke shit with pesticides in it. You can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Right now, I guess let's go out on that.
Yeah, because we don't need the
thank you,
chemicals.
everybody.
Yeah.
And
Anything you want to say, Chris? Messages to the people. I'm gonna find our theme song before we go out.
Go to your local farmer's market. Be good friends with your local farmer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang out with them. Get to know their names. Like go visit them at their farm. Say hi.
Good.
I don't know. Get invited to the barbecue.
Yeah.
We're
Great advice.
we're gonna create that vibe in this town here, bro.
That's right. We're gonna do it together.
Right.
All right, everybody. So stay tuned. We're going to tell you where to get Gigi's business. You know, if you want to get some of these, show them your anal beef.
We're manufacturing now. They
anal
will be
beads.
available.
Yeah. Look at
Thank
the
you
beauty
very
of
much.
this
There it
thing.
is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Power.
This has got high energy.
Thank you guys
Yes.
for tuning in to the Ventura Tripod live here with
Hemp
Gigi.
is different than the actual smoking of the plant. So this you can't smoke, but
Yeah,
you can certainly get
don't-
the same energy.
Don't buy it to smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you and everybody.
Appreciate it.
Gracias por todo.
Smoke weed every day.
Hey.
Gracias a todos por estar mirando Ventura Tripod aquí
Está
en vivo y
bien.
directo. Gracias. Aquí estamos.
Gracias.
All right. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
And thank
Peace
you,
out.
everybody. Walmart,
Great.
everybody.
It's a great meeting.
Yeah. Great meeting you too.
The pockets bleed. But thank you for it.
Ventura Tripod.
Thank you and I
Look, it's dripped
I
out.
promise I will entertain everyone
good.
you need. Yeah. I will give them what
Stay right
they
there. We're gonna
need.
take a picture.
Show them
Take a picture real quick,
Show
bro.
them I'm way too cool.
I was just saying,
This
what
fucking dude. Yeah. I thank you for
I was sensitive. I was like, dude.
support. Always showing that ain't no fight support.
This is tight, guys.
Yep.
Tight.
Ventura Tripod.
We forgot to do our stash and grab or whatever.